Hey, what's going on, guys? Zach here with Triple Take Podcast. Today, we've got 4 spicy new trailers. We're playing a game of True or False, and we're talking Jurassic World Rebirth. Stick around, check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Triple Take Podcast. I am your host, Jacob. With me, as always, is Lance and Zach. Lance, welcome back from the land of the Florida man.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Sort of. I mean,
you went to
Florida's
Disney World?
Yeah, we went.
Is that the Florida one?
Yeah. We went to all of them, but the Magic Kingdom. So yeah, it was good. Got to watch 2 movies there because our dog shit theater here in town has been out of commission for the last couple of weeks. It's finally back up, but
Is it back up now?
yep.
As of yesterday, I guess.
No shit.
Yeah.
I saw there was actually more than one AMC down this last week.
Yeah, it's like a common occurrence. Apparently,
Either-
no AMCs in Indiana for some reason have the capability to withstand heat of any kind,
Yeah,
which
something-
seems like a major problem.
Something about the it has been quite warm.
I do vaguely remember this happening like a couple years ago, maybe. Do you, like? I feel like it was like we went to go get tickets or something, and just randomly we show up, and then it's like, oh no, it's closed.
Well, that happened at, I think you're confusing that with the AMC on the north side of town that just randomly shut down in the middle of the week.
Absolutely
And we
could
went
be
up
that.
there and it was just gone.
That could be. Absolutely could be. Well, we got a lot of, I would say good trailers this week. First one on the docket, the Odyssey. So we all saw Jurassic World Rebirth, not Park. This one played, I think, exclusively before this, or at least going forward, it will play. Trailer is also a loose term that they're throwing around here, pretty willy-nilly, if you ask me. This is like maybe a minute long and provides zero plot detail other
None.
than Tom Holland cries to John Bernthal about his dad.
But
Yeah,
that's-
Tom Holland's crying, and John Barenthal talks for a minute.
That's what the plan is, though. Like, this is going to be, they're slow burning this, and they're going to make it so that, you know, the hype just keeps rising. They showed us a couple of big actors. They didn't show us anything plot-wise, which we don't need yet. It's still over a year away. But it shows us, like, oh, shoot, they're serious about this, you know? Like, it kind of, like, just hypes up just because you could only see it at a Jurassic World movie. Like, you can't see it anywhere else. So,
No, I agree. If you go around, if you look on the internet, it's all AI stuff. There's no, I haven't seen a rip of this really at all. I've seen a couple stills on Twitter of, like, that scene with where they're chatting. And he has, like, this big outburst where he's like, have you guys seen Odysseus? And they're all like, no, who the fuck is that?
Now, who the fuck is that?
And but no, a little synopsis here. The trailer opens with a somber voiceover narration hinting at a shattered world after the fall of Troy, setting a tone of loss and longing.
oh, God, this is cheesy as hell.
It totally is. Stark IMAX filmed visuals showcase stormy seas, a silhouetted Trojan horse on a beach, and Matt Damon's Odysseus
Where are you getting
drifting
this from?
alone on the wreckage. This is a ChatGPT special.
Okay, well, let's turn
I was
it
like,
off.
go ahead and
That
please,
is horrible.
please give
That
me,
is-
give it to me. Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's like it accurately describes what happens. I did like there was the one scene that it just described was like this push-in shot with the, I assume it's like a bronze statue of a horse on the beach. It's kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Tom Holland, he's a good crier, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I don't think it was meant to show us anything other than like,
No,
hey,
truly
this
a
is
teaser.
this is a and it's an event. You have to even go get a different ticket just to be able to see this. You know
Honestly,
what I mean?
this kind of reminds. I mean,
A
it's
different ticket just to see it? What do you mean?
It's not.
You can only
near-
see it at Jurassic World. That's all they're gonna ever show this
Oh,
teaser at.
oh,
So,
that's the whole
so you
point.
got to go
Okay.
see Jurassic World just to be able to see a teaser for this movie.
Do you
Not-
think that who do you think paid for that privilege? Do you think Jurassic World paid for it to get this to happen, or do you think
Well, they're both
they paid
Universal,
Jurassic World?
right?
I have no idea.
I think they're both Universal.
Yeah, it
so
is.
my assumption is just like they're like, oh, this is a good way to get tickets in, seats in
Butts
and
and
seats. Thank you. Or yes, butts and seats. But it's also a good way to like start raising a little bit of hype for something that we have.
I mean,
going out too.
it's a teaser. It teased. It had accomplished what it was setting out to do. And honestly, I mean, they could have not teased this movie, and everyone would go see it. It's a Chris Nolan film. I think that this kind of speaks though more towards like the way trailer culture has gone, where they give you very, very little. Like they just started filming this, so these are like polished dailies at this point. Like they just threw a bunch of shit together, cut it, sent it. Here we are. So I'm okay with that. I'm fine with seeing something is cool, especially with all the talk and all the casting announcements and all that stuff. It was kind of cool to put some faces to names, especially with, I mean, Tom Holland and John Bernthal, big names. So, and definitely pulling butts and seats. So, I don't know. Overall, I'm pretty excited for this movie. I don't think there's ever been, has there been a movie about the Odyssey? Maybe like an old?
Probably something like really, really old, but nothing like that I can think of recent.
Yeah. No, so
the only thing that kind of took me out of it is I just don't really know. I didn't think that John Bernthal sounded good. Like he just
Greek?
sounded like himself, kind of. Is that the? I mean, I assume that's the point, but
yeah, I'm kind of shocked they didn't go with any accents.
yeah, the no accent thing kind of threw me off a little bit. But if their plan was to build hype, then they definitely are building that. I just feel like it's really far away still.
Oddly enough, too, that it's Spider-Man and Punisher in the same scene, and we just got news a couple weeks ago. They're going to be in the Brand New Day movie together. Did you see that?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Very cool. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, very cool for.
Also, Tom Holland doesn't age. The kid, he looks like he's 17 still.
Yes, you're right. You said it right. He's a kid.
Man, he
looks like a kid.
He looks like a child still.
The only time, I wanted to talk about it earlier when you guys were chatting. You're like, do people buy tickets to go see this specifically? The last one I can remember for that would be Phantom Menace, pre-internet or mainstream internet. You had to, it played before some movie, and there's videos of people like flooding out of the theater after the trailer goes. They bought like a $20 or a $10 ticket to go see the Phantom Menace first trailer, and then just left. Yes.
But it also wasn't a movie on the same caliber as like Jurassic World, Rebirth. Like it was. I know what you're talking about. I don't think. Yeah. I mean, the movie.
I thought for
was
a second
just
there was some Star Wars slight, but I see what you're saying.
No. The movie that it played in front of.
Right. Yeah.
It was a little different.
They're not pairing that together because it's gonna do. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So
next up, Running Man. We have talked about him quite recently. About possibly being on our list of Bond mentions. Glenn Powell stars in The Running Man. A man joins a game show where contestants allowed to go anywhere in the world are pursued by hunters hired to kill them.
So the trailer looks good, but I think Glenn Powell is like just the guy can do anything.
He's cool.
I feel like the guy can do about anything. And I was just saying, I think that like I know that it's almost like Tom Cruise is like plucking him to be the next, Mission Impossible guy, but
he's been chosen.
He's been chosen by the Lord to carry the torch, if you will, right? But the guy can do anything. He looks great.
Man, we get a walking movie and a running movie going up next year. Like that. Honestly, though, this movie looks good. I actually think the walking movie looks good, too. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Mark Hamill fan post-Star Wars, but, like, that actually does look pretty good.
Yeah, but anyways, back to this movie. It kind of looks like it has some sci-fi elements. I don't know if that'll actually be in the story or if it's just the world, but honestly, it looks cool. Yeah.
Pretty insane cast, honestly. Directed by Edgar Wright, starring Glenn Powell, Katie O'Brien, Coleman Domingo, Josh Brolin, and Michael Cera. All at this point. Katie O'Brien has really come to the forefront. She was on the submarine in Dead Reckoning. She was in third season of Mandalorian, I think, as like one of the officers that turned or something like that. You remember that? But yeah, no, she's got some cool stuff coming out. Yeah. Coleman Domingo, that is a name that sounds so familiar, but I just cannot put a face to his name. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, I do like this guy. Yeah, he was in Candyman. That's where I've seen him before. And
like just looking at the main image here, like he's giving me Ethan Hunt vibes. I mean, why doesn't he want to pick up the mantle?
No way.
Why not?
Because here's the thing.
I think we got to wait a long time now. Like, I don't think they're just going to keep rolling into the next.
Well, I don't think he plays Ethan Hunt. And I don't think you could take a prequel Mission Impossible movie right now because you pretty much already have those with 1, 2, and 3. But, like, he could definitely play somebody else in that
Let him die. Let him die, man.
Well, yeah, let Ethan Hunt die, but you pick up the he picks up the mantle.
Mission Impossible die. Let it die.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
it
okay
burn.
with it being done. I think there's just, like, almost, I don't know, some sort of, like, I don't know, to bookend something and have it be relatively positive as it goes out. I think I'd rather it just be done on a high note.
I also think Glenn Powell, as an action star, does better in a role that's not a Mission Impossible. Like I think either creating something new for him or putting him into like a Marvel or a DC or something like that, I think is better for him because
we were talking
from all of Mission Impossible, there's not a whole lot of humor. And I think that's something that Glenn Powell does really well.
I don't know, man. I think it's in Mission Impossible 3 when he scales the wall and he like rolls over and he's like, he says some line. It's really, really, really cheesy. No, he says Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was
terrible.
Pretty bad. But I think they were going for comedy. But last week we talked about...
yeah, but like it like pushes in on his face. He like rolls over. He's like, Humpty Dumpty sat on... Yeah,
and that was like the last time they tried comedy in the whole
he broke the series. He broke the fourth wall there. But
not any like pointed...
Yeah. No, we've got William H. Macy in this, and we also have Angel Batista is in this. Do you see that?
The Batista-nator.
David Zayas showing up.
Do you think he'll wear
and Sean Hayes. Nice.
Like a whitey-tighty, like wrestling?
Hope so.
Pants. Nice.
I hope so. But yeah, last week we talked a little bit about like James Bond and who, I mean, fan casting is all over the place. But like I had said, Idris Elba.
I like that one.
Glenn Powell, I think.
Just too old now.
If you could, our thought was if we could do like a 1960s period piece James Bond, like solo single movie. Okay. Idris Elba could play that, like passing the torch to the next 00. But then Glenn Powell, for me, I think if he could somehow pull off an English accent, I think he could totally do it.
He did do it.
That's another one though that I think, like he's just. It almost feels like a waste because he's so funny and he has such range that I almost feel like plugging him into one of those more serious characters doesn't really do him justice. Like,
did you guys watch Hitman?
That's what I was just gonna say. He does an English accent for one of his Hitman characters.
Oh, that's right. He does. I thought that was a good movie.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny.
I had a fun time. Also, girl from Andor.
Yes.
I can't remember her name now, but she's great.
I would honestly like. I know we're not talking about this right now, but like a Henry Cavill. I think
that just proves that he did not listen to the last week's episode.
We talked about it.
Good. Henry Cavill came up.
The Cavalrine.
Who'd you guys agree on? Who's the pick? Or did you not?
The only one that you didn't like was I said Richard Madden.
Yeah, I just don't like him.
Game of Thrones. Robb Stark.
I like that. Yeah, I like that too.
I think he's Scottish, so there's that.
His I mean, obviously he could do an English accent, but
that's
like
fine.
I don't care for his voice. I don't know. I'm not in.
I like both of.
Both
of those.
I like Glenn Powell. I wouldn't mind Richard Madden.
He's too funny for that.
As long as you don't cast like Kit Harington, I just don't think that could happen. But no, I just don't see it.
I would like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he'd be good. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I feel like Tom Hardy. So the whole
I was
point
disappointed that didn't happen.
I know we're getting off topic here with James Bond, but like the whole point of James Bond for me is that like he's never the biggest guy in the room, but he always comes out on top, right? Mm-hmm. And so I feel like with both like Glenn Powell, Richard Madden, they're both smaller guys, but I feel like Tom Hardy almost pulls. He looks big.
Yeah,
he looks a little bit bigger than the other two.
And Henry Cavill's huge.
Henry Cavill is like, come on, that guy's not getting.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
He plays a great Superman for that reason. He's massive.
I mean, I just think of like, I don't want to see like somebody who has range like that. Like I enjoy watching Glenn Powell in like rom-coms too, and I enjoy him doing things like this. Like when you're James Bond, it kind of takes up a vast majority of your time as you're shooting James Bonds, and I just don't want like people who have that kind of range to just be stuck in that world. If that makes sense.
No, I totally agree. All right, yeah, no, I'm pretty excited for that movie. Yeah, the concept is just really cool. Clearly, he needs the money or something, and he's gonna run and try and get a lot of cash. I also think he just acts his heart out in this trailer too. They show a lot of good scenes where he's just like either angry or he showed, like you're saying, the range. He looks really good in this. But yeah, very excited. Next up, Project Hail Mary, directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, starring Ryan Gosling. Astronaut Ryland Grace wakes up on a space station with no recollection of who he is or what mission he is on. As his memory slowly returns, he soon learns that he was sent to Tau Ceti's solar system, if I butchered that, I apologize, to reverse the impact of a space event that has already hurled Earth into the early stages of an ice age. As details of the mission unravel, he must call on scientific training and sheer ingenuity, but he may not have to do it alone.
I'll tell you what, when you were when you were in high school and you got called on to like read out loud, I feel like you excelled really well at that.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Because what I would do is I would pick out the person in the room that stutters. Because if I got a
Yeah,
chance to
Say what
had a little bit of a stutter, yeah, I'd make sure that I
So
was.
you both were asshole.
They're up next. I'm getting them. But you did you do. I feel like you did a great job.
I appreciate that.
Your reading skills are tremendous.
My mom says I'm well read.
But
That's nice. But talking about a guy with huge range, Ryan Gosling.
He has a huge.
This guy can do anything.
Top.
I'm
You can
going
do
to say
anything.
an unpopular opinion, and I'm sorry you beat me to it. I tried to get it out first. I just really don't enjoy Ryan Gosling very
Oh,
much.
dude.
Here's
I
It's
just
so unfortunate.
so
I think the movie looks great. I'm excited to see it. I'm gonna watch it. I just wish it was
Drive,
Ryan Gosling.
Crazy Stupid Love,
Right.
Gray
Gray Man?
Gray Man,
2049.
2049. Like what else?
I'm not saying he doesn't have great range. I'm not
Yeah.
saying any of that. I just do not find him likable, and I do
That's
not
insane
really
to me
enjoy him.
because he is everything that Ryan Reynolds wishes he was.
And I like Ryan Reynolds.
That's
Yeah.
crazy because I do not like Ryan Reynolds at all.
Yeah.
Really? That's
He's also
crazy.
ruining Rob McElhenney. You heard it here first.
Don't-
Ruining
But you're
him.
pointing someone
No,
at the
he's
door.
not.
Ruining that man.
They're both gonna get filthy rich off of Wrexham when they make it to the Premier League
Yeah,
next year.
it's fine. But no, I agree with that take. I think that he is everything that Ryan Reynolds wants to be. But Ryan Reynolds is just too typecast now that he has to play the sarcastic, like, funny guy role.
Like, what was the movie where he was kind of an asshole? Like, he was like it was early. It was like
The
a
Switch
horror,
or something?
It was a horror movie-ish
Oh.
or a thriller. I don't know, but he played like a pretty good villain in that. And then just ever since then, very bad. Honestly, since Blade Trinity, he's been the same exact character.
Yeah, so but that's the thing.
The Proposal.
I like,
Is that after Blade Trinity?
is it called Buried or something? No, he was buried alive for that movie. No, I like everything
2009?
that Ryan Reynolds is in. I don't really have a problem with Ryan Reynolds.
2004.
But the point is, Ryan Gosling has got some fucking range. This guy can do anything. Oh, I'm not going to go as far as say James Bond, but I think if he was cast,
No, you know what?
I think he'd make a good run at it.
Make him James Bond. I don't like James Bond movies. I don't like Ryan Gosling. Put them together.
Did
and
you
I just
watch-
never have to watch the movie.
You won't like it.
It could be
but
two wrongs make it right, though, and then bang, you love it.
I don't think
okay.
that you'll like it, but Gray Man was really good.
Okay.
And also,
a lot
Drive
of
is
people
one of my.
disagree with you, and I think I'm one of them. But
How do you not like that movie? It's just
the movie has it's just like no substance.
It's
It's,
just-
just like
it's just nonstop thrill ride.
honestly no. The Gray Man is it's a fine movie, but it's like if
It's fine.
ChatGPT just wrote a movie.
the
Okay.
one movie I enjoyed
Fine.
Ryan Gosling in
Drive.
was The Fall Guy. That's the only one I've ever
I did
seen
like
that
The Fall
I've
Guy. I watched
enjoyed
that
him
semi
in.
recently. You don't like Nice Guys?
Nope.
That's crazy to me. I love the Nice Guys.
Well, speaking of Ryan Gosling, I did watch a Ryan Gosling movie this weekend. So
Which one?
Blade Runner 2049.
You know, I haven't actually seen that.
That was good.
Oh, you think you would like that?
Yeah,
Especially because
maybe.
you've seen the
We watched the original one,
Yeah.
though, and I hated it.
Well, it's quite a bit different.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't really care, or you're more likely to not like the original one and like
Right.
2049. I think.
I don't know.
I mean,
Anyway.
2049 has one glaring issue, and it's Jared Leto. But other than that,
Nah, he plays a great a-hole.
I'm a big Jared Leto
he's
guy.
just the worst part of it. But
That's
it's
not
fine.
true. I'm not. but
Anyway,
I know I
back
hate
to
him.
this though. Yeah, Ryan Gosling plays a teacher. He gets recruited by this space thing. Honestly, if I had to like sum it up and like thematically, I think it's The Martian meets Interstellar. I think they're the way this trailer plays. I think that's pretty much exactly what. Like, hey, we need you to go out here and do this thing, Interstellar.
Yeah, go
and
figure it
then,
out.
Hey, you're lost out here and you're finding cool stuff, and then we're. Believe it or not, sorry, I had a stroke right there. This movie is based on a book written by the same dude who wrote The Martian.
Oh, okay, so we found a winning formula.
Apparently so.
Only this time, even more winning because there's no Matt Damon.
Yeah.
It's great.
I would take Matt Damon in a
No,
heartbeat
the
over
trailer was
Ryan
great.
Gosling.
I think it gives away just
like
enough
it.
of the movie. I like that it shows off that he does meet an alien at one point in it. That seems cool. And I would consider my interest peaked as to find out why all of these planets or suns are dying.
I like that he is far and
Interested.
away the biggest star in this. Like, everyone else is kind of unknowns.
Couldn't tell you who
Kind of
anybody
cool.
else
Like,
is.
this could be their launch pad to stardom.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm very excited for this. On the list of these movies, man, honestly, like you always say we have yada 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 this many spicy trailers. Truly, this week, every trailer was really good. I'm pretty excited for pretty much every one of these. But yeah, so yeah. Next up, She Rides Shotgun. This is based on a book. by Jordan Harper's award-winning novel of the same name. A girl marked for death must fight and steal to stay alive, learning... Oh, man. You see, you complimented my reading ability, and now I freaking crashed out there. A girl marked for death must fight and steal to stay alive.
Try it again.
Learning from the most frightening man she knows, her father, which happens to be Taron Egerton. So, like, some people are after her and her dad, and they go on the run, and she rides shotgun because I guess the majority of this takes place in a Dodge Charger.
Isn't there a different Edgerton out there that played in one Transformers movie, or am I thinking totally? Not
There's
Transformers.
There's Joel Edgerton, which
He wasn't Transformer. It was in Joel Edgerton.
But anyways, as they're looking for this,
it's Lars and the Uncle Owen.
Yeah, not thinking about him.
This is just
Anyways, I like Taron. I wish he had a better name, but
not for me.
Not
This,
for you?
I mean, you guys know this just isn't my kind of movie. I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy this quite a bit.
I would agree. Honestly, I'm on with you. I
Okay.
don't think that it's really for me. It looks. I mean, it looks fine.
Kind of looks like an art house film.
It looks like an art house film. It's not really for me, but it looks fine. And I like Taron.
It's
The Kingsman is fantastic.
It's directed by Nick Rowland, who is on a kick right now, starring Taron Egerton, John Carroll Lynch,
Would you
who
say
I do
he's
like.
Rolling
Yeah, he's
the hits.
yeah, he's Optimus Prime out here. And then
Oh.
Odessa Ozian, which I believe that is the little girl's name. So good for her on one of her earliest roles here. Maybe this will be her launch pad. into
Also,
stardom.
quite a few like I mean, Rob Yang was in Succession. John Carroll Lynch has been in a handful of things, but I don't really recognize anybody else.
I feel like we said it before, but if you have a buzz cut in a movie, it's usually good. Taron Egerton, buzz cut. Guess what? Also got a lot of shitty tattoos. So this kind of reminds me, in the most vague and broad way, of the tax man or the tax guy with Shia LaBeouf, where he got all those tattoos on him.
Oh yeah.
Never saw that movie,
yeah.
but I remember people talking about that. Embarrassing. Let's hope this turns out better than that. I like Taron Egerton. You guys should watch Blackbird on Apple TV, where he goes to prison and...
Oh, I've actually seen that with
It's-
the serial killer. Where
Yeah.
He's got to talk to him. Yeah.
You saw the show?
I've seen clips on TikTok.
Oh,
I've never
it's
seen
good.
the show. But
The
yeah,
show
it
is
does
good.
look good.
If you like Mindhunter or anything like that, it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. And actually, that's the reason I got Apple TV, because I wanted to watch it. I kept seeing clips on TikTok. Man, I'll tell you, if you post movie clips on TikTok, they're working. Whoever's doing it, it works. It makes me want to watch other movies.
I don't know who this Kiko Sanchez guy is, but he's playing in this. This guy looks like he smokes ciggies and drinks fucking Coors Lights. This guy looks like he parties, man. It's pretty cool.
What?
And his name's Kiko.
What are
Might
we
have to
doing?
cut that
here?
out,
What are
dude.
we
What the
doing
fuck just
here?
happened?
What is this?
It's cool. Looks like a cool dude. I'd hang out with that guy.
I don't know what happened.
His name's Kiko.
All right. Anything else to add?
No, skip
All
it.
right.
Go.
All right.
What? We don't like that?
All right. Movie of the week: Jurassic World Rebirth. I saw it. You saw it. Lance saw it. Man. I tasked everyone this week with coming up with your thoughts in a bottle, and we're all going to give our thoughts individually. We're not going to affect any other one's takes, and then we will have a discussion. I use the word discussion because we're not going to fight about it.
Oh, we're 100%. I'm going to battle, boys.
Okay. All right, I'll start. These are written also. I'm going to read my thoughts again. Jurassic World Rebirth is a wild swing, and whether it connects kind of depends on how much you're willing to embrace chaos. On paper, it's packed with cool concepts, the Neo-Jurassic age, which I really liked. Dinosaurs roaming around in post-collapse society, sort of, like with on the islands and whatnot. Mercs in high-tech suits, dinos loose in New York. There's a full-on raft sequence that feels like a classic adventure film. Really, really liked that. And
The raft sequence? I'm so sorry. Continue.
yeah. And then they had a decent amount of practical sets, which I was kind of surprised at, and I thought they blended really, really well with the CGI. But all of that promise crashes into a script that feels like it was cobbled together mid-shoot. The dialogue is stiff, repetitive, constantly explains things that we're already seeing. Characters make random decisions. Xavier, the boyfriend arc, feels unearned. Duncan survives because plot armor, I guess. And the villain, the D-Rex, which definitely stands for Down syndrome, literally changes size depending on the scene. Sometimes he's raptor size, sometimes he's T-Rex size. His consistency is extinct. That said, there are some fun performances. Jonathan Bailey plays a twitchy tech guy as the doctor. He pretty well. He was the best part of the movie, far and away. Rupert Friend chews the scenery in a way that mostly works. Excuse me. And Ed Skrein, he's a classic. Oh, that guy. Yeah, he looks like he's having a blast, but he's fucking terrible. He's bad in it and doesn't last very long. There's a decent effects budget, and so that's just something to enjoy. Going with low expectations and don't expect any of it to make sense.
I'm just trying to think here for a second. The only thing that I found, this is just a small aside to what you've got here, as far as like the VXF or the effects, VFX. There's only one scene that I thought was like really not good, and it was like a shot looking over Scarlett as she's like looking over the edge.
Oh, the bow of the boat.
No, of the they're like looking
repelling.
They're like rappelling down. It's like she's like looking over into this. This thing is I don't know how many feet high, but that was so clearly green screen that they were looking over.
Oh, yeah.
That looked like dog shit.
They might have been on the volume.
Anyways, you want me to give you my notes?
Let's hear it.
More like Jurassic World Afterbirth. Wonder how much Snickers got paid for all that. It's like they forgot to develop characters. Scarlett is a tough mercenary, but they refuse to give her any kind of backstory. Blade is cool, but he just is good at boating. The French dude, lady who hates sleeves, and Francis all die without literally doing anything. Introduced plot points and then immediately forgot about them. The downed helicopter, and then how about the ancient ruins? No idea. They forgot them immediately after it happened. The big bad dino at the end looked pretty bad. Not scary, just weird lizard flying boys can squeeze into any hole. Yikes. Friendly dino did jack shit. I thought that like the fun little dino, he was kind of cool, but he didn't do anything. Like the whole point is that he's going to warn them when like bad stuff's happening. Doesn't do anything. The family, why were they there? Survived on pure luck. The boyfriend was more unlikable than the bad rich guy. If I was the dad, I would have thrown his ass overboard at the beginning. Zero chance the family would have made it through the jungle, especially on a broken leg. The raft of the T-Rex was just bad.
So basically what this comes down to is you have a Jurassic World movie, right? It harkens back a lot to the original, in my opinion. It kind of goes away from some of the stuff from the last two films, right? We don't see such a in-depth in-world. Like, we're not walking with the dinosaurs or anything like that, which I think is my most disappointing thing. Like, one of the coolest scenes for me in the whole movie was being able to see the dinosaurs. I forget if they were in San Francisco or LA or where they were.
New York, I believe.
New York. Okay, they were in New York. I mean, but just seeing the dinosaur in real life, like, I think that can make really interesting stories, right? Like seeing how humans have to interact with the dinosaurs, and they basically immediately retcon that as, oh, they're all dying, which to me is the most disappointing thing in the film. But going away from that, I think to me it's a top 3 film in the franchise. I think you've got the original Jurassic Park, you've got the original Jurassic World, and then slightly over Jurassic Park 3 you have this one. I think it does a lot of things right. It's got all the characters are likable. Sure, they don't have a whole lot of development through the movie, but I don't think people are coming to Jurassic World movies to see character development. They're coming to see big dinosaurs, cool dinosaurs, and coming to see them eat people, which is one of you guys mentioned, you don't really see anything or learn anything about any of the characters being eaten other than the bad guy, which I think is for a purpose, because they're trying to get as many people butts into seats as they can. If you're having Scarlett Johansson or someone that the audience cares about get eaten by a dinosaur, you're not really bringing your kids to it. But in the way that they did it, I think you're able to bring kids, because you don't really see any big losses. If that makes sense, you don't really see any like, oh shoot, like I think that's also why they shied away from Mahershala Ali being eaten at the end. I read that they got it tested twice, and they went with which one was better received, and I think that's because audiences that come to Jurassic Park movies don't want to cry, right? You want to see dinosaurs and you want to see him eat people, but you want to see the good guys win at the end. That's what you're there for. And I also think, other than the D-Rex, which I think was kind of lame, the other new dinosaurs are really cool. And I think that they chose some of the most exciting dinosaurs to bring back. Like, I'm a big fan of the Monosaurus. I think that's probably my favorite dinosaur. We saw it in Jurassic World 1, but we got to see it again out in the ocean, which I think was super exciting.
Teeny, I'm not interrupting
you.
Really. It's not the same one. I kind of thought it was the
same
same
one. No, it's
not
the same, but it's the same.
Same species.
Same species. Yeah, it's not the same one.
Yep, I agree.
But because I think this one got loose from one of its backup. Yes, it's not the same one, but it is. I mean, it's cool, right? And then you also have the Gigantosaurus, or is that what they called it?
The big, huge ones.
Yeah.
I think they're like Titan something.
We're talking about the ones that
Titanosaurus, maybe?
The ones that look like cocks?
Yeah. I don't know, but they look cool. I think that they're very, and I like the music with them. I don't know. It wasn't a great movie by any means, but, I mean, if it's a top, no Jurassic movies are great movies, right? That's not what you're not there for cinema, you're there for the dinosaurs. I also really like the director, and I hope that they continue with Jurassic Park movies, but I hope he goes on to do something different because I really like the creator. So, yeah, overall, one disappointing thing is it didn't really make sense to me that they didn't have IMAX. I mean, I guess I get it because you got F1 right before and Superman right after, so there's really no space for it, but I don't know. Dinosaurs need to be seen as big as possible.
That I can agree with.
That
for
one
sure.
I would totally agree with. I would say just move the movie so that it can be an IMAX. That's like the whole
Jurassic movies, though, are like some are huge things. I think they would have had to bump it big time. All right, so what I want from you now is I want thoughts in a bottle and then a rank.
Okay.
Out of 10. I will go first. Lance, you touched on it really well. Jurassic World Rebirth it's just the same broad strokes over again. There is not an original thing in here at all. Besides maybe like the cross whatever stuff, but even then we saw that with the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World. Like they're going to this abandoned island where there's other dinosaurs, and then that has already happened also in like the second or third one. It's just there's nothing original about this movie. It does check boxes for like, you know, you want a big, huge monster movie, people getting chased and all that shit. This checks that box. It's not a good movie, though. It's a fun movie. I will give you that at times. But Zach and I were talking earlier. It's fucking boring most of the time. For me to say it's not a good movie, it's a fun movie, it's still not that fun. The only scene that I really, really enjoyed is the raft stuff, like where the family was getting away. And that's unfortunate for me because you didn't like that at all. And I thought, I don't know how you didn't, but to each their own. I thought the movie was not that good. Out of 10, I'm going to give it a 4.8.
That's crazy. That's like on the level of like Borderlands or something. A 4.8?
Haven't seen that. But yeah, dude, I'm not kidding you.
That's disgusting.
I've watched a lot of movies in theaters this year. None of the other ones have I looked at my clock or looked at my watch to see how much time was left.
I did the exact same thing.
Dude, I was doing runtime calculations to see when this puppy was done.
That's disgusting.
I also thought you touched on it a little bit. I totally get why they didn't do it, but I thought I want sometimes to have heart in a movie, you got to let go some of your characters. I thought and like important characters, and I thought the Mahershala Ali's character should have died.
I 100% agree with that.
He should have died. He should have had an actual meaningful sacrifice, which is what he intended to do. And then the payoff for that is that he comes out with another flare. Dude's got 2 flares, I guess.
You guys are disgusting.
Yeah,
you guys are disgusting.
Nah,
there's no other way. There's no other way to explain it.
Well, hold up. I'm gonna be even more disgustinger.
No, let me go first. Let me go first. Let me tell people how the movie actually is.
Okay,
it's his turn.
Why does he get to go before me?
He went because we're going in the same order.
All right.
No, it's okay.
Next time I go first.
Let him heat up. No, let him heat up.
Okay. All right. Jurassic World Rebirth. I think they set out to make a fun movie. And I think that they still missed the mark there. There was at times in the movie where I literally was looking at like an hour in, I looked at my watch and I said, okay, I've only got an hour to go. Like, I thought that to myself. There was zero stakes. The characters were dying that I didn't care about. I didn't even know their names. Anyone that was like, any of the big guys, I knew they were going to be fine. But when the family goes through the raft scene and nobody dies there, I was like, okay, well, no one else is dying for the whole movie except for the bad guy. I know he's going to die because he's being a piece of shit. He's going to die for sure. But there's no stakes. It's like they forgot to create a story. At the beginning, they explain why they're going, and then completely like just that's it. That's all we have to do. Now let's show some dinos on screen. They made a really pretty looking movie. I'll give them that. I think it looks great. But they definitely forgot to make like any kind of story at all. Out of 10, 4.5.
Oh, right there with you. Okay, can I let me just comment.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
You interrupt my shit all the time. Okay, I want to comment slightly because it's going to make you even more mad. What you just said with and I think at this point, I think we can all say it's a Gareth Edwards problem. Okay, I'm a Gareth Edwards. No, listen to this, okay? Zach just said that they forgot to have a plot. That's the entire problem I have with the creator. It's a fucking music video, dude. It's nice shot after nice shot, okay? Yeah, visually, it's incredible. Rogue One, incredibly visual. And I think Rogue One at this point was a fucking fluke, man. He had the dude aside, okay, he has two good movies for me. He has Godzilla, which I think was 2014, and then he has Rogue One. Everything else that he has done since then,
what else has he done? What else has he done?
The creator in this, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he's only made 5 movies. What do you want from him? You've only seen 4 of them.
Yeah, I think in the 4. He's batting 500 right now. All right, if you're a good director, you're batting.
Okay, who's your favorite director?
My favorite director.
Yeah, favorite director all time.
I don't know.
I
would say Steven Soderbergh.
Steven Soderbergh. Okay, let's go through his movies. You don't get to look. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Are you asking if I've seen all of his movies?
I'm asking you to say which of his movies are good to you.
Ocean's 11.
Okay.
I forget the other one.
Oh, one movie and suddenly he's this great director. God,
Steven Soderbergh. Okay, Steven Soderbergh also did Logan Lucky.
The hypocrisy.
I love Logan Lucky.
It's insane.
Hypocrisy. Gareth Edwards is not that good. He's overhyped. And I'm just I'm tired of defending him. Up until this point, I've defended him.
He's named 54. He's made 54 movies. Name 27 that are good.
I can't.
Name yeah, you can't. You can't.
All right. I think.
Okay, by your own logic, then the dude's only made 5 movies and only 2.5 of them are good.
Sure.
Okay, why is he not making more movies then?
No, to you.
Not good.
That your point was 2 out of 4 movies is not good enough. He's made 54 movies and you can name 2 of them that are good. You can name 2 of them.
No, I can only name 2 of them because those are the 2 that I've seen and I like.
And he's your favorite director?
You put me on the spot. I probably have a different favorite director, if I'm totally honest.
Okay, then name a new one. Name a new one. Let's do it again.
Off the dome?
Let's do it again. Yeah, off the dome.
Okay, you do your point, and I'll look at my favorite director.
All right.
I'll decide.
I think, okay, sorry, just to kind of cut through the nonsense here for a second. Gareth Edwards, I would agree that I think Rogue One was a fluke.
No.
I think Rogue One was so very good that it was a fluke. I think we're overlooking the fact that if you look like Godzilla, for instance, I think whoever got him to direct Jurassic World were like, hey, he did Godzilla. He knows big monster movies. Let's get him in here and do it again. Godzilla wasn't that great.
Godzilla was fantastic. Creator is really, really good.
No, you managed to get Aaron Taylor Johnson, who was phenomenal, and you got Elizabeth Olsen, who is also phenomenal. You got Bryan Cranston, who is phenomenal.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
you
hold
got
on.
Ken. You got Ken. What's it? Whatever the hell.
Tony Gilroy is the only reason that Rogue One was good. Tony Gilroy was brought in for reshoots and a total scrapping of the.
Just shut up. Shut up.
No.
Quit talking.
Gareth Edwards, not a good director.
Truly quit talking.
Nope.
Truly quit
Tony Gilroy
talking.
is the only reason that Rogue One is good.
Truly quit talking.
Andor proves that. Yeah, 100%.
Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards is a terrible director.
You're just wrong. Undeniably wrong.
Well, then what other fucking Gareth Edwards movie do you like?
I like them all. Creator is fantastic. I've never seen Monsters. I need to go back and watch
he's your favorite director. You haven't seen all 5 of his movies?
That's one! You haven't seen 52 of his 54 movies!
I'm not dying. I
Movies!
gave you Ocean's 11 movie director because it was right there. I'm not dying on this hill.
God.
Oh my, dude, say your thing.
All right, Chasing Childhood. Have you seen that?
That's not.
Have you seen In the Shadow of the Moon?
He's not the director of the movies. He's
Production
directed
coordinator,
5 movies.
visual effects, digital.
He's directed 5 movies. He's directed Monsters, and then he got Godzilla, and then he got.
You're right. Factory
All right,
Farms,
Rogue One. Yeah,
Heroes
and
and
then he got
Villains,
Rogue One.
Perfect Disaster, and Day.
He's made 5 movies, and 4 of them are box office bangers, box office hits, and they're very good movies. You guys can disagree all you want. You're wrong. You're objectively wrong. Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie. He made the best Star Wars movie.
That he wouldn't have made happen.
I'm not done. He made the best Monsterverse movie.
Well, Tony Gilroy clearly came in and saved Rogue One.
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
quiet.
In the
You
same way
can't-
that
you
Ron
can't
Howard
argue that.
saved Solo.
There's no proof for that. You're just spewing random word vomit to argue.
There's no proof of that?
Yes, there's no
It was
proof of
well
that.
documented that Tony Gilroy came in and saved that movie's production.
You're just
Very well
you're
documented.
just wrong.
Yeah, okay.
So here we are.
I'd like
He made the Star Wars, right? Okay. Best Star Wars movie.
That sounded so good, by the
It
way.
really did.
He made the best Star Wars movie. He made the best Monsterverse movie. He made what I would argue, it's not quite the best sci-fi movie, independent of, it's the second best sci-fi movie, independent of, like a universe in the past 10 years. And then he comes and makes a top 3 Jurassic World movie. What do you want
This
from
is
it?
not top 3, and you can even. I think that is for debate on your end.
There
too.
is no way this is top 3 Jurassic Park.
3? That's the most insane thing you've said all day.
No,
and
it's
you've been
not.
spewing insane shit.
No, it's not.
The
Jurassic
first
World
Jurassic-
Dominion is horrible. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is horrible. Jurassic Park 3 is horrible.
Jurassic World-
Jurassic
World,
Park 3 is good.
The first Jurassic World movie.
sorry. Jurassic Park 2 is horrible.
Okay.
Jurassic Park 3 is close to this.
Well,
Jurassic
Jurassic
World
Park-
and Jurassic Park are better, and that's it. That's it.
I would say Jurassic Park first, Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World 2, Jurassic Park 3. and
Jurassic
this.
World 2?
Yeah, Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, you think Jurassic World 2 is better than this?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That you are
Absolutely.
You're a damn fool. That's the worst one in the. You
No,
can't argue
Dominion
with
is-
stupid.
fair,
Like,
though, I
Eddie,
think-
Dominion is
Eddie,
far
what do you
away
want
the
me to
worst.
do?
I
I
think-
can't argue with stupid.
I think Jurassic Park 2 is the least Jurassic Parky movie. I would agree that it's not good. I'm going to go there. However, it did have William H. Macy in it.
And they brought Corecast back too.
Yeah.
Anyways, can I get to my thoughts and stop?
I've been waiting, dude.
And stop. Let's just stop being stupid then. Gareth Edwards is a great director. He's made 5 movies, and he's basically conquered the pedestal of 3 of the top 10 franchises in the history of the universe.
No,
Like,
okay, no.
what are we talking about? It's so stupid, dude. It's genuinely stupid to argue this.
You've asked to say your point, and you're still just fucking spewing nonsense.
Okay, here we go.
I'm just sitting here like mommy and daddy are fighting at the dinner
I
table.
don't. It's like it's.
He's mommy.
We are a movie podcast, and you're shitting on Gareth Edwards. That's the stupidest thing we could possibly do. He is literally one of.
I think it's
he's
easy
one of
to
the
shit on
best
Christopher
up-
Nolan or Martin
He's one of
Scorsese
the.
or-
He's one of the best up and coming directors, and we're shitting on him for no
Up
reason.
and coming? That's an insane.
He's made 4 movies. Your guys made
Yeah, over
52
the course of like 12
or
years.
54 and 52 of them have sucked.
Yet
What are we talking about?
you sound you it's like
I'd
we're
like the
insulting-
Steven Soderbergh thing stricken from the record. I just like Logan Lucky, and I just like Ocean's
Then
11.
name somebody new.
You
You
haven't
can't.
given me a chance.
Okay, let me talk. Then.
I'm sorry that you sit at home
Let me
all
talk.
summer and
Let
think
me
about
talk.
Gareth Edwards.
Let me talk. All right, here we go. Okay. Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Stop touching your mic. Fuck.
You got me heated. I gotta touch something.
when you get upset
Just
enough
so I
and
don't
you start
clock
bouncing
you,
in
dude.
your chair, dude, that shit's crazy. What are you bouncing on over
You're
there?
just screaming.
What are you bouncing on over
All right.
there?
Say your thing.
I'm
But,
trying.
you're
You guys just
pissing me
keep
off.
Okay.
talking.
This guy is-
What
We're
do
not. You
what
don't
do
say
you want
it.
me
You
to
go to
do?
say your fucking point and you don't speak.
You got this guy so worked up, he's pitting out so bad over there. Jesus. Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
sorry,
bad.
Sorry. All right. Jurassic World Rebirth. Okay. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie. It teeters on. It makes some mistakes for sure. Some of those mistakes include getting rid of dinosaurs in the real world, retconning that and making them die. Another thing that it kind of struggles with is character development. But overall, you get a return to what people want from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies. You get exciting, new dinosaurs. You get a likable cast, and you get to see them. You get to see a lot of people being eaten, but you also get to see a lot of people that you don't care about being eaten, which I think is important for the franchise as a whole. And I hope that they give us a new one.
You think non-important people getting eaten is important to the franchise?
Yes, because I think if you kill off the important people, like they're not gonna. What you make this argument for this one, but when has that ever been a thing? No Jurassic Park. It wasn't like in Jurassic World we saw any of those guys getting eaten either. So you could make the argument in the first Jurassic Park, and that's it. So I don't know why all of a sudden, for this 7th iteration, we expected Scarlett Johansson to be eaten by a dinosaur. It was never going to happen.
I don't think anyone.
Well, nobody expected that. I knew for a fact that we were going in not to see Scarlett. She's on the poster.
But there's arguments that you're taking that have never happened in the franchise, but suddenly in the 7th iteration they have to happen, or it's a terrible movie.
No, I didn't say that. I just don't think. Okay,
7-6 for
Hear me out.
7-6.
Hear me out. So give me this. All right. The best sequence of the movie was when they were trying to outrun the dinosaur in the ocean. That was the best sequence in the movie. That was the most tension was built right then. The most action happened, and the security guy gets eaten. Francis from Marvel. He plays Rip something or other. I can't remember his name. Anyways, that's part of the problem is I have no idea who these fucking characters are because they didn't build anything. But somebody dies like right at the very beginning here. He's cocks a gun and then shoots a couple, accomplishes nothing and dies. Anyways, that's the best part of the movie. But here's my point. You get the militarily trained, it ventures off into 2 separate little like groups, right? You've got the family trying to make their way to the camp, and you've got Scarlett Johansson and you've got Henry going out there looking to get these 3 dinosaurs. It doesn't show anything really of Scarlett's team making it through the jungle really at all. It's all the family, and the family is luckily surviving somehow. The kid was about to get eaten while he's taking a piss and gets saved by a flying whatever the hell out of no. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Give me more. If Scarlett's the fucking like the main character, give me more of her.
I agree.
And that group.
Can I? Sorry, I'll let you. During like the stuff that they have in the other movies that kind of like gives like heartwarming backstory or like purpose to like what they're doing. They tried for like 2 minutes to do that with Mahershala Ali's character. Stop touching that. Mahershala Ali's character and Scarlett Zora or whatever her name is, Z.
Yeah, Z.
Like that's how forgettable she was. I can't think of her name. Like it's her backstory is insignificant, doesn't matter at all.
Nope.
So does Mahershala Ali's character.
She shows up literally out of nowhere. She just pops up in the back of
she's a
Martin's
magician.
car. She is really good at B&Es, essentially, right? Mm-hmm. It's a classic example of telling, not showing.
Eggs Benedict.
And I really think what they were hoping that we would do is see Scarlett Johansson think, that's Black Widow, she's a badass. But you've got to build something. You got to show me something. And what they show me is she shoots one dinosaur after failing once, and then that's
speaking of which, their 10-meter rule was so fucking dumb. You got to be within 10 meters. It was this massive plot device. Totally get that you need to have plot devices in a movie about dinosaurs. Yeah. That's totally fine. But the fact that 10 meters, you know how that's me to the fucking
that's pretty damn
bench
close
over there. Yeah.
And then also I agree the Mahershala Ali part.
It may as well have been like a rock.
He should have just died. I'm sorry, but give me some stakes in the movie. If you want me to care about these characters, give me some stakes.
I just have one thought to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll give you my favorite director.
You always talk about how forgettable these characters are. Okay. Mm-hmm. Name me one character from Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. Any of them.
Neil?
That aren't the main characters. I mean, because
that's the point. These are main characters, and they're forgettable.
No, you guys were talking about the outside, the other guys can't.
I wasn't.
Okay,
I
haven't watched
Neil,
Jurassic Park in so
them?
long.
Yep.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
I haven't watched in so long.
They're all forgettable. That's the point.
That's just not true, though. Dr. Hammond,
Okay, sure. Yes, but
They do name drop Hammond in this. He worked with.
Name a single Jurassic World character. What was Chris Pratt's name? What was Bryce Dallas Howard's name? You've got 3 of them, and they're. I mean, why are we arguing that this one suddenly it crosses the line?
I think you're kind of missing the point. They're forgettable too. Jurassic World is not that good. We ranked it. Yeah, I'm just saying we're ranking. Aside from the very first movie, we're ranking like who's the best of the shittiest.
To be honest with you, I haven't seen the 3rd Jurassic World movie, but I thought the first 2 Jurassic World movies were better than this.
Fallen Kingdom is horrible.
Yeah, so do I.
I thought it was better than this. I thought that honestly, like I know that the first Jurassic World had its problems, but I thought they did I thought it was a pretty fun movie.
That's
kind of
crazy.
Jurassic World was 2.
It's crazy to me that you don't like Fallen Kingdom because you're all about just like random big plot devices. Like you like big robots, you like big dinosaurs. There was a volcano in that movie that was killing the dinosaurs, and they had to go save some. Like why? I don't know why. If your whole thing is to like the individual things, why did you not like that?
I just thought the story wasn't very good.
But you liked this one more?
Okay,
yes.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Okay,
a massive plot device in this movie, and the reason as to why they really need to go, and everything's kind of falling apart for them, is that nobody cares about dinosaurs anymore. No one's going to the.
I don't think that's any.
That was
not
at the
reason
at the very beginning.
That's how they got the one guy to go. But the reason that they went was because they
parks
needed the big 3 dinosaurs to get the medicine.
They said the parks are closing down because nobody's going anymore. He works at a dinosaur museum.
Yep, that's why he wanted to go.
You used to have to wait hours and even have a chance to get in.
Yep, that's why he wanted to go.
No one's going anymore.
But that's not the reason that the mission was happening. They just wanted him because he knew about dinosaurs.
Yeah, so you got to identify him.
That's why. So they pulled him in that way, but the rest of them weren't going because they cared about dinosaurs. They could give a shit less about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They were there for money.
Well, I've disagreed with Lance a lot today, but he's not wrong.
I just think that it's really, really like a lot of. I think it's a lot of. It's a big ask from your audience to be like, no one gives a shit about dinosaurs while I'm sitting in a dinosaur movie.
It's not though. Like that, they're just. I think it was a bad choice.
I just think it's dumb. I didn't like that part. I also thought that the whole so the whole reason that Martin and Zora meet up at the very beginning, Scarlett just randomly Zora pops up in the back of Martin's car, and it's because there's a dinosaur just like hanging out in the middle of the street and like traffic's backing up and everyone's just like, God damn it, I gotta get to work.
I thought that part was sick. That's honestly, what I wanted to see more
in my notes. In my notes, like cool open. I actually did like the open, but they didn't like play off of that the rest of the time.
No, they retconned it. Right
they just immediately forgot that it even happened.
No, I agree.
That's part of my initial couple of things that I said here is that you have what I would think to be something cool that you could explore in the movie that got introduced. So you have the downed helicopter. Okay, give me a little bit more about what's going on there. I mean, there's clearly been other teams that have tried to get in here.
Oh well, it's because the T-Rex grew 10 sizes that day
and knocked one out.
And knocked it out.
But okay, so that happens, and that's where the guy gets the Glock, which, as you said earlier,
would be so fucking rusty.
That Glock wouldn't have
It's on the equator. They talk all about how humid and warm it is, and
then the second thing is that they go into I don't know what kind of dinosaur it is, but it's the one that flies. But that's like an abandoned ancient temple.
The pterodactyl thing?
Yeah, that would have been cool to explore. Like, what?
Oh, no, they did that. The pterodactyl built it.
But that would have been something cool, man. Give me more about that. But at the very end, all right, the D-Rex, he randomly grows 15 fucking stories.
Yeah.
Grabs his helicopter out of the sky, and then as he's like hunting down Mahershala Ali, he's like shrinking to get under the tree cover.
You're so right.
It's just, it doesn't make sense. And then, I'm sorry, absolutely my last gripe is Mahershala Ali hits up another flare. He's got another one. Okay. The boat's not that fucking far away from where he was getting.
Okay. That was my problem too. Why did he have to crash the boat? He could have slowed down.
Well, no, but he was getting, the D-Rex was like walking to eat him.
You're talking like at the end.
And you see the flare go out.
I thought you meant like when they're going from the Monosaurus.
Well, you see the flare go out. Mahershala Ali dies, you would assume, right? And then everyone is boating off the island. Mm-hmm. It's hopefully to safety, even though we've discovered that there are amphibious dinosaurs that could definitely eat you. Everyone's just like, all right, we're good to go. Don't worry about it. We're in the water now.
Opening scene of the next one.
So Mahershala Ali, Duncan, he's just a guy who's really good at boating.
Duncan
Apparently.
Kincaid,
Yeah, Duncan. He
Not that
shoots a
forgettable.
flare in the sky. They turn the boat around. You've got a dinosaur that's 15 stories tall that can't get 50 feet off of the shoreline. It just, I don't know.
It's a
No.
dinosaur movie.
Okay, hold on. I have a couple points that I would just
Oh
like to.
my.
No. It's just more like this.
It
It's
just
just kind of
keeps
laughable.
going.
It's just kind of laughable. Okay. The one dinosaur looks like a penis. Their heads look like penises.
Which ones?
The
one
ones that like wrap around each other and hugging it in the
Oh, yeah.
video. Yeah, that's truly dickheads.
I would say a little phallic.
Yes, I would agree. Also, the dad's knee problems seem to be directly influenced by if they need him to run in a scene or not.
They come and go.
Yeah,
it really comes and goes.
He's just like, oh, torn ACL, oh, fixed.
Yeah, but you can, like, to me, like, if you're getting chased by a dinosaur, it doesn't matter how hard, like, how hurt my knee is. I'm running as fast as I
agree, but
humanly
like
can.
even beyond that though, it's just like when they're walking, it's like, oh, I got a limp. But then another scene that he's walking and he's walking fine. It's
Yeah.
like they got lost in the continuity.
Well, it's because Gareth Edwards forgets that he wrote that in the movie
Yeah.
every 8 minutes, and then brings it back up.
Don't-
Okay, there
don't
is an
do it.
absurd amount of name yelling. For a movie that has so many forgettable characters, they scream their names all the time. Honestly, it's like watching Finn in the sequel movies.
Yeah.
He's just like, Ray! They do that all the
But
fucking
you have
time.
to think of the situation. They're
No, I
on
totally-
an island.
no,
like, they're on an island at a distance.
No, I'm
from
not
each
talking.
other.
It's more like they're running.
I'm glad that you brought this up because I get to hit you with it now.
Okay,
What are the
okay.
chances that dumb fucking family arrives the exact same time that Scarlett and her team show up?
What do you mean? They weren't going to the island. They were crossing.
No, they were.
through.
The whole point was to show up and meet at the little like
They were.
Oh,
the helicopter
no,
pad?
he's talking on the island.
at the very end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at the very end,
Mhm.
when they're getting ready to get off the island,
Okay.
the family shows up who have had nothing but luck this entire time.
They go to that corner and like, hey.
Oh, hey, what are you guys doing
It's
here?
like you guys have never watched movies before. Like this
Is it-
happens in every movie.
Okay, sorry, is it
And
because
for
movie?
No, it absolutely is because movie, but I do think it's funny.
It's kind of strange. Hey,
Yeah, it's just a
Good to
movie.
see you guys again.
What are you guys doing?
I can think
here?
of like
crazy.
4 movies that have that
Also,
exact same
can you
plot point.
and maybe because you love this movie so much and you're such a dick writer for it, can you please explain to me? So they said
I'm not.
they
I'm
said
not
that the village was like
I like-
populated. Would you shut up? The
No,
village.
no,
was,
no, no. I want to defend myself.
Oh, okay.
I don't love this movie. I love Gareth Edwards, and you guys shitting on Gareth Edwards the whole time. It's got me in
dude,
the movie.
like
if you guys said the movie sucks, okay, fine.
the
Whatever.
movie does suck, but it's because of the direction.
No. Okay, just go.
and
It's-
the story.
I don't think the movie sucks. But
So why do you think that it is bad then?
I don't think it's bad. I think it's good in
think
between
you're
a good
wrong.
and great. I was just not going to argue
In
so
between
hard for
good and great.
7.6.
That's
It leans
crazy,
towards great
dude.
on my scale.
I mean, I've never taken anything you say seriously, but like, never will I ever again.
Okay.
Also, my favorite director is David Fincher.
Okay, let's go through them.
I would love you to go through them.
Okay.
I can list them off. My favorite ones right now would be Girl with the Dragon Tattoo,
Okay.
7, Gone Girl, Social Network,
Just lost in it.
and Zodiac. I love all of those. I rewatch those a lot.
I've only watched Gone Girl twice.
And I didn't even mention Mindhunter. Love Mindhunter.
I think Gone Girl was fine.
Okay.
No issues there. 7, Zodiac, and Social Network.
So
were
you
all
didn't
right.
I liked the Killer too. He just recently did that one with Michael Fassbender.
I gotta be honest. I don't think I really have a favorite director.
If I had to choose a second though, it would be the Coen Brothers. No Country for Old Men, True Grit, Oh
Am I
Brother,
the-
Where Art Thou?
is
He's
it-
made
Seventy
96
Sharon.
movies and he named 6 of them. So, I mean, what
I
are
mean,
we-
call me stupid, but I just don't really get
Yeah, but like,
drawn to a movie because the director of who it is.
see, I think that's why
Okay.
they're my favorite. Okay, if I had to choose a favorite director, which I don't like being put on the spot for that, I just enjoy movies. But like David Fincher, Denis Villeneuve, and like Nolan, I'm going to see their movies no matter what because they're directing it.
See, I guess I would agree with that with like Tarantino for me. I like pretty much everything that Tarantino's done. I like,
Mhm.
and he does a movie every 8 years or something. He'll do like one more, and it's gonna be it. But pretty much everything that he's done, I've enjoyed. I just like his style.
Yeah,
Nolan for me though is great,
and I'll yield
but he's not
to you
pulling me to the Odyssey because it's Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I'll concede to you slightly in the sense that the number of movies doesn't necessarily matter. I just don't think he has, like, the ratio at this point, or like the average amount. Like I just listed 7 movies that are really good, and he's only directed 5, and 2 of them I do enjoy. But I'll give you 1.5 because I think Tony Gilroy fixed Rogue One.
I don't think that's fair to just. We don't know what happened behind the scenes. Like we have no idea.
We know that there was
the movie that
the production was failing. Tony Gilroy came in, and now it's a good movie.
Show me that.
That's well documented. You can Google that. I don't know why you're arguing that point specifically. Tony Gilroy saved that movie in the same way that Ron Howard saved Solo.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be like such a sticking point. I mean, if anything, just be thankful that it happened.
Yeah.
I
think that Gareth Edwards is writing.
You're just saying these things. But
okay,
no
so
proof.
why? Okay, so why does?
Were you
why
there?
Does Andor?
Like, I don't understand.
Why does Andor, that was showrun, written, and partially directed by Tony Gilroy, look just like Rogue One and is same level of quality? Okay. No, I'm not even talking the cast. Like I'm talking like visually speaking, and like the dialogue is phenomenal. Everything about that movie. All the things that I've mentioned are Tony Gilroy.
If it was directed,
Tony Gilroy, there's an argument to be made that Tony Gilroy should be a co-director.
That's just you're just spewing.
This is documented.
The same thing that we roasted the shit out of Zach for a couple weeks ago.
About what?
Spewing, where he just said, "Oh, I think."
I'm not even saying that. This is
Ray had a hand in,
No, that's just objectively wrong.
Suddenly,
this is
Tony
not objectively
Gilroy
wrong.
Has a reason.
I don't think it's crazy.
Go look it up.
You're just speculating.
You're refusing to look up the thing. I'm not speculating.
I just looked it up.
Where? Okay.
That he was there. I'm not arguing that fact, but you can't say
Tony Gilroy should have a co-director.
That's just random spewing. Unless it's stated as fact, and you can show me that, you're just speculating.
What do you want?
You can't speculate and say
I'm
it
not
as
going to
fact.
give him...
You can say, in my opinion, but you can't speculate it as
That's
fact.
why I gave it a 1.5.
You're a movie podcast, and you're spewing random shit that you can't prove. That's not
random shit. Oh, my God. Go ahead, Zach, please continue.
Do that.
Sorry,
you just can't do that.
I can. It is objectively a fact that Tony
No,
Gilroy
it's not.
was heavily involved in the production of this movie.
Sure, he's heavily involved.
Oh my God. And many people could argue that he could have a co-director.
Many people can. You can't because you don't know and you can't show me any proof.
All right. Moving on.
Just 1 second. I'm just going to read this Collider article really quickly here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. And if you find something to prove it for me, I'll see the point. But until then, and I think a major point for me is I really enjoy Godzilla. I really enjoy the creator a whole lot more than you do, which is fair. You know, whatever. You don't have to love it. You don't have to love it. I thought it was really good. And this movie I think is fine. This is probably my least favorite of his, but I still think it's teeters on. I mean, it's good.
I just don't know how you can look at the movies that he's done and say he's a great director.
Do we agree that Collider is a
reputable
source?
Absolutely.
Collider says, Tony Gilroy, who went on to create Andor, was a late addition to the project, brought on when the production ran into problems with the script. The screenwriter reworked the story to save the film, changing it enough to earn a screenwriting credit. Gilroy's contribution is notable as it is what made the film what it is today, but he did not take over Rogue One, which remains director at Gareth Edwards' film. Though we may never know exactly what the film would have been like without Gilroy, whatever he did worked. The production may have been struggling, but like the team's mission, they pulled through to create a beautiful film. So Collider is saying Tony Gilroy.
He played a role, and I wasn't arguing that, but I wasn't saying that. My point is that you can't take it away from.
No one's taking it away from
exactly.
Gareth Edwards.
That's
what I'm saying
is
you were
giving him half credit.
No, but
I stand by that.
You can't.
What I'm saying,
fine. Would you like that? It is my opinion that Gareth Edwards did not make that movie what it is.
Okay.
I think that Tony Gilroy saved that movie, and I think that he deserves 3. Okay, I'll give him 3/5 director credit.
Tony Gilroy, who went on to create Andor, was a late addition to the project, brought on when the production ran into problems with the script. So Tony Gilroy came in, rewrote what he had to fix this, because Gareth Edwards, or whoever the writer was
I don't know how you
before,
can listen to that and be like, oh yeah, Gareth Edwards is the reason that the movie's good.
He didn't. He
clearly had so many. So
you talked about all of the acting.
He came on
and
like
fixed
it 7 months before
the
it released.
screenwriting. Yes, the writing, but Was
7 months? That's insane.
Are we even arguing that Gareth Edwards was the writer? I don't even think he was
no,
the writer.
I'm not
of the
arguing
movie.
that. I'm saying that
so
Gareth
you're saying
Edwards
that the writing was bad, was Gareth Edwards' fault, and suddenly when someone comes in to fix the writing that Gareth Edwards was not involved in, it's his movie? That's the stupidest shit we've ever argued.
No.
You can't argue that.
Yes, you can. You're an idiot. You're so
you're
disconnected.
just wrong.
It's just your guy, so you want to just blindly defend him.
I'm not. I'm making good point. He didn't do the writing. The writing was bad. Someone came in and fixed the writing, and suddenly
so now he's a great director? He's a great director because the writing was fixed on that movie.
To be the director?
So what the fuck? Okay, then based on your logic, what the fuck does the director even do?
What are you talking about? The acting, the cinematography, everything like that.
No.
Which is what Rogue One is known for.
Who was the cinematographer on Rogue One?
I don't know.
Exactly. So like half that shit you can't even. Okay.
Do you want to know, or are you just?
I want to know now. Yeah.
Okay.
God, you're such a fucking dumbass.
No,
honestly.
you are. You are.
No.
You got caught in a lie. You're
a lie?
Deeper?
A lie? What did I lie about?
Yeah, not a lie, but a misguided.
No, moving on.
Greg Fraser was the.
Oh.
Yes, the Batman.
Yeah.
Incredible cinematography. The reason that the movie looks good, Greg Fraser. The
okay,
reason that the dialogue is good, Tony Gilroy.
The timeline here.
As far as we know, Gareth Edwards just fucking stood there.
Stop. Stop. Okay. Tony Gilroy said, 1 second. Yeah, Tony Gilroy said, I came in after the director's cut was done. I have a screenplay credit in the arbitration that was easily won. So he kind of, it sounds like he sued for it. They went through arbitration to get him a screen credit. Anyways, he came in 7 months before it was released.
So he recut the movie for him. Gareth Edwards couldn't even edit it.
That's not at all what he said.
I didn't say that, but it does look like
you're just
the movie was
again.
The director's cut
was
fact. The director's cut was done, as in it essentially was done, and then it doesn't.
I'm taking leaps that you would take on any other movie with any other director.
Name me one time.
I'm not doing this.
Okay,
I'm not playing
you
this game with you.
Yeah.
Oh, come up with something right off your dome. That's just not how you argue.
He called it "quote unquote" a mess. He called the director's cut a mess. Tony Gilroy.
Okay, and Tony Gilroy is probably
and fixed it.
Obviously mad that he's not getting more.
No,
credit,
you're speculating. That's
all
speculation.
Yes, you're right.
All right, we're moving on.
If you're allowed to do it, I'm allowed to do it.
Here's my point.
You do it all the time.
Here's my point. I think a couple things. When you bounce up and down in your chair, you look really stupid doing it. And also, it's really hard to hear you when you're doing it. So, I can't really hear what your points are. Also, I'm going to just assume that your points are really stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Your whole body shakes.
Who'd have thought, dude? Who'd have thought this podcast was going to get onto this? All right. Should we switch gears to our truth or dare?
Question.
All right. I've got three truth or dare questions.
I don't think it's
or not truth or dare.
Yeah,
truth.
Oh.
Sorry, you got me so heated I can't think. We got 3 true or false questions.
Sounds like
okay.
You're heated all the time.
These are speculative, so we are allowing speculation here.
No, go fuck yourself.
Not as fact. They're opinions still.
You picked the wrong day to get under him. He's had a hard day.
I know. He just came in.
Hey guys, I just want to know, triple take. There's an opening. Yeah, if anyone, comment in the comment section, please. We're taking applications.
I'll start my
all
own
you have to
called
do is
single
keep
take.
breathing, because clearly you have better takes.
Okay, but anyways, our first
false,
one.
Not required.
True or false? By 2030, the Gunniverse will overtake the MCU in popularity.
I wish you would. Okay, we're recording this on a Tuesday right before Superman comes out, right?
Yep.
I wish that you would ask me this on Friday, because then I might have a more definitive answer. At this point, and all we can really go off of is this is true speculation.
Yes, we haven't seen.
This is off the dome, out of my ass. I think no.
It is ironic that you bring this up, because I was just talking to you about it earlier. I rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And they picked the song Brandy, and it was 100% James Gunn that picked that song Brandy for the opening of it. What a great pick. Man, if you knew the lyrics of that song before you watched the movie, you just saw that ending coming a mile away. What a great pick. I don't think that it means that he's going to be the DC universe will be better than the Marvel universe. I think it's fair to say we need to wait until Superman comes out.
But if you had to pick one, true or false?
False.
Use false. I'm actually going to go true.
No
And
shot.
here's why. Here's why. Okay. You have the biggest problem for Marvel right now is, well, not the biggest, but one of the problems, right, is they're running out of characters. All their big name characters are either dead, gone, or old, or just they're phasing out a lot of their, like, they don't have Iron Man anymore. They don't have the true Captain America anymore. How long is Hulk going to be around? We don't know. You know what I mean? So how long is Thor going to be around? Like, eventually he's going to age out of that role. Whereas you have a DC universe brand spanking new. You just got Superman. We haven't seen a Batman yet. Like, they're going to be aging up to this first Justice League movie where the Avengers are, like, I mean, even at this point, they're guys we don't even really know. Like, we've seen Shang-Chi one time. We've seen, all of these Avengers, for the most part, we've only seen 1 to 2 times. And so I think you're going to start seeing people that are disappointed that, oh, there's not a Thor in this movie, or, oh, there's not an Iron Man in this movie. Like, and you've got, oh, this is the first time we get to see Batman. Like, I just think that they're going in 2 different directions, right?
I just think that it's putting an awful lot of faith in James Gunn when all we've seen him do so far is he made 3 great Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I think arguably some of the best in the MCU, those 3 movies. For DC, what he's done so far is he made a much better Suicide Squad, but it's pretty hard. Like,
did he direct?
He directed the second Suicide Squad.
Peacemaker?
I don't think he was. Let me look.
I have no idea. But I think my point is that to say that he is going to be what makes DC better than Marvel, the only reason that they got him in the first place is that Marvel pissed off James Gunn, so James Gunn ran over to DC. But again, Suicide Squad 2 or whatever you want to call it really wasn't that great of a movie.
But
I agree.
For me, I don't even think James Gunn is the reason it's going to be better. I think that the reason it's going to be better is just purely, like, there's more stories to tell, right? Like, they haven't wasted all of their, like, they have all their big characters.
I just don't see it. If you reset the Marvel universe, you have unlimited stories to tell.
To kind of piggyback that, and I agree with what you just said too. I think that they also have the unique position and kind of perspective to look at Marvel's wrongs and learn from those. They're at a huge advantage, I think, specifically right now with being able to restart. And they not only from Marvel's wrongs, they can look back and look at the DCU's past wrongs. They can learn from those mistakes and hopefully right their direction and have a more cohesive, at least with an overarching story or plan, with kind of the brand's direction. I think that they have a significant advantage. I think Marvel, pretty much any way you cut it at this point, they're trying to rewrite the ship. They're trying to fix the issues rather than just start over and kind of start fresh.
One rebuttal?
Yeah.
Because that same argument could have been used for, like, the Justice League restart. That was peak at that point. Justice League came out like peak Marvel, and they could have looked at what worked and what didn't work then, and they still fell on their face.
I mean, I think the argument there was that they didn't do, like, they had the Marvel kind of theory right there, and they just didn't do. They did the exact opposite. They started with a group, like with an ensemble movie, and then went the origin story route. And I think, I think right there you're kind of just setting yourself up for failure, because if that first movie sucks, no one's inherently
wants to
not
watch.
interested in anything else.
And I do have one other rebuttal for that.
Well, kind of though. You had Man of Steel and you had Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
and you have Batman. I mean,
it just felt rough.
Batman v Superman. I mean, you had that.
But here's what you have.
I mean, right? Batman, though, their biggest character at that time, they didn't even have a solo movie with him yet.
No, yeah, that's right.
You had a rushed performance, right? And you had I mean, it's a bad movie for the most part, right? I think we would all agree it's not a very good movie, Justice League. It still made $670 million at the box office. So if at its worst we're expecting this to make, let's even say $600 million, right? There's not, like, yes, Avengers movies today will still get that. Will we get that in 7 years? Will an Avenger 5, 6, 7 years? Will an Avengers movie still be $700 million. The question for me isn't if it's going to happen. It's more of a question of when. Is 2030 too early? Will it take to 2035 for them to catch up and pass them? Or is it now? Like, I don't see a world where Marvel can turn the ship so fast without having to reboot the complete MCU and put in their main characters back, which is sad to say because I love the MCU. I would probably prefer it over the DCU right now, but I don't see any way that the DCU, unless they would absolutely have to crap on every single movie and shut it down for it to fail, for it to not make more when the first Justice League movie comes out than
Marvel
the
Phase
Avengers
7
movie at that time.
I mean, Marvel, give me a call. I can fix this whole thing for you. But Marvel Phase 7 should just be a complete reboot of the entirety of the Marvel MCU. I mean, just call it a day.
I think we're kind of, I don't know, maybe because like, is this Phase 7 coming up? Or did we just end 5? We're coming up on 6. Yeah. I think you're probably right then. I was getting my
just call it numbers. A day. But
anyway.
Yeah. I've got one. Tonight I have two. I don't really know how much even I know about this second one, but the Office reboot will be trash, and they waited too long to reboot the series.
Is it a reboot, or is this a spinoff?
It is a reboot of the series, is what they're calling it.
You could probably call it either though, because it's not like they're not at the paper company. It's taking place in the same world though.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a mix of both.
Though, no, do they have like?
Is he?
Yeah, I thought that.
I think Oscar's in it. Yeah.
I don't know if it's Oscar, the actor, and plays a different character, or if it truly is Oscar Martinez.
It's probably Oscar Martinez. I switching jobs, right?
That's kind of what I thought. At the end of The Office, it got shut down.
It's called The Paper, featuring an entirely new cast and workplace setting. The show will maintain a mockumentary format of the original and is rumored to be possibly tie into the original series through same documentary crew. So that's kind of interesting. But hear me out really fast. The Office seasons 1 through 4 were for me pinnacle of your 30-minute TV show, kind of, right? Mm-hmm. And then after season 4, when Steve Carell left, I think it was 4 or 5. When Steve Carell left, 6. Okay. Yeah. When Steve Carell left, the show went downhill pretty quick, right? I think if they would have rebooted it 6 or 7 years later, I think people still would have said, okay, initial Office was great, and then it went downhill, and now all they have to do is just beat season 6 through 9, right? But now people,
at this point, not hard
to do. But now when you have people looking back at The Office, they look at it with rose-tinted glasses, I think, a little bit, where it's the entire series was incredible. It's going to be really hard to win now, I think.
They waited too long. A lot of people are kind of myself included, exactly what you said. Seasons 1 through 6, some of the best television ever made.
I think so. I think it's in. You can't argue against it.
Yeah, but 7 through 9, there was a significant character hole missing, and they tried to replace him.
They tried.
And then the weird
not to say that every episode was bad. I think it was a great way to end the series. The way they ended it in season 9, I thought that was awesome. Not to say that it was all terrible, but they definitely went downhill after season 6.
I totally agree.
I'll give you a soft true. I think, but
like a slow dance soft.
I think the difference for me is I don't see it as much of a pressure on, it's unattainable to reach The Office. They're probably not going to reach The Office, but I think it could be successful. I think the reason that it won't, to me, is more because I don't think that the kind of humor and the format in which it's filmed really is going to work as well today. I think it's just tougher to.
I don't know, man.
We look back at The Office and some of those. No, I agree with you. Yeah. But I think there's a section of the population that would not like those jokes if they came out today, right? If they're on live television on NBC at 8 p.m.
Well, in the same way that DJ said that, could you remake Tropic Thunder? You could. Probably shouldn't.
Right. I think it's just one of those things where, time has almost passed. Society has passed it on, and I think it'll be trouble. It'll be hard to get back that match.
Yeah,
I think, let's just face it, 10 to 25-year-olds aren't watching TVs and movies like they used to, right? They're all on TikTok. That's just what's happening.
Well, if they throw the TV show on TikTok, we'll be watching.
But if you look at, the streaming numbers for The Office and Parks and Rec and, the shows like that, it's all us watching those shows over and over and over again still.
Yeah,
And so
well-
we're still the target demographic for that.
One of my points I was going to make, and this is in addition to what I was going to say, I think an argument can be made that Netflix is the reason that The Office is so beloved, because that introduced that binge sort of culture, and The Office was one of the first shows that you could really do that with. I think when it first was out on Netflix streaming, I mean, they were in season 7 maybe, because I remember in high school watching the finale on TV, and I had binged everything to that point, and I don't know if you can, definitely can't replicate that. I think that it's almost like before social media was insane. I feel like we're in the insanity part right now, where everything is kind of, I don't know, insane, I guess. And that was like right before. And then, so you have a lot, I think right now that for our generations, that's a nostalgia thing. I just, in the same way that I think they're going to fail, or not, at least not do as well with the social network too. I don't know if you can strike gold twice. So I'm going to go halfy. I think they can try and do it. And if they lean in and go full make fun of political correctness like they did before, I think that you can still do it.
I just have like
and
rose tinted
popular, but
glasses
I just
towards like, I remember specifically winter break in high school. A buddy of mine had the first like 4 seasons on DVD, and he came over. We just watched all 4 seasons. Like, I mean, that binge culture, there was a need for it, and Netflix filled that so well. And then I would be interested to see what the numbers look like when Netflix had it, and then when it went to Peacock when they pulled it away, because I know that I just bought the whole series when it went to Peacock.
It was my put on in the background show for years.
The numbers were probably crazy. I've got one other one. If you guys would like to have my other true or false, or do you want to go with your next one?
I'll go with mine. Yeah.
Cool.
This one is interesting. Okay. The Batman 2 will not come out. True or false?
Oh, I think that's false. I think we're fully in it now.
Hard
I
false.
think maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I'd be fully on board. Even a month ago, I might have been on board. But no, I think we're rolling up. We're pushing. We're chugging now to
I've seen
production.
enough. I've seen enough like news about it coming out. And also, I just want to see that movie. So I'm going to say, just out of like pure hope.
And I think, I hate that I keep using this phrase, but I think an argument can be made that the Dune production schedule maybe allowed, I think that maybe Matt Reeves took that time to polish the script rather than, hurry up and finish it so we can get the Batman 2 in before Robert Pattinson goes in and films as Cytail. So I think maybe this was kind of the perfect storm for him to really polish his script. And so I'm kind of piggybacking yours. I do think it's going to come out, and I think it's going to be awesome.
Okay. My heart tells me no, just because I don't want to see it. My head tells me yes, though.
You're just a glass half, you're just an asshole. Sorry. You're just a glass half full kind of guy.
He's a glasshole, yeah.
You're just a piece of shit.
I just don't.
If you asked me that earlier, I would have said yes.
To me, it just doesn't.
I think you said it.
I still do. Yeah, a couple times.
The thing that I can't wrap my head around for this is still you have a whole new. You're coming out with your own new Batman. You have a new movie, The Brave and the Bold. They're shaping up to be coming out around the same time. I just feel like you're setting your own universe up to struggle because people are going to look at, The Brave and the Bold. Like, you're going to compare 2 movies, and if the one is a lot better and it's not the one in your universe, you're going to be in trouble.
Honestly,
and I think, to me, it almost makes more sense, which I know is a little bit of a retcon or whatever, but, like, I almost think you just bring Robert Pattinson in. You let that Batman be the Batman movie. Like, there's nothing in that movie that says it can't take place in a greater world of superheroes, so why not just
to
bring
continue
them
that?
in?
There's no. I mean, at this point, we don't really have a reason. Gotham has always been in the comics like this darker, grittier version of Metropolis, and what we've seen, and I know that we could answer this a lot better 2 days from now. Metropolis looks clean and bright, and the Superman looks clean and bright, and
it is very colorful.
It's very colorful. I think it visually looks good. And And I think Batman is kind of just the other side to the coin of that, where it's dark, gritty, grounded, everything. Honestly, I think it could be a cool. I think he would be. I think he could fit in this well.
I think it works.
I wouldn't mind seeing a DCU with that same like grittiness and tone.
So why just not? That's my question: is why just not make it Robert Pattinson? Like, if the first movie was great, you're assuming everything we've heard from James Gunn. Yesterday, he came out and said, "Hey, this looks great, right?"
Who directed the Batman one?
Matt Reeves. Same. Okay. But why are we?
So it wasn't Gareth Edwards, right?
I think.
Why are we not just putting him in? Like, I just can't wrap my head around. Why?
I think they're hedging their bets.
I think it's because the tone of these movies are going to be so vastly different.
But like
that
comics,
they wanted to create
that's just a character difference.
A gritty, like a more gritty, dark Batman.
But I think I agree.
Dude, this is what we were arguing last week. Like,
I'm good with it though.
It's the same James Bond problem.
Yeah.
And I can't take full credit to this, but I totally agree with it. Dude, I saw on TikTok he was talking like, it's just like this gritty off now, where you try and make the next one grittier and darker and more insane and more like, I don't know, like mentally dark and looming and
fourth grade boys at the lunch table scoring touchdowns.
Well, it's like
gritty off. I know where you were going with that.
I think if you look at like the old Batman movies, like Christian Bale is definitely beating up bad guys, but Robert Pattinson is beating ass. It's definitely there's just a difference there.
But to me, I almost think that works, right? Like that creates like this humor of when they meet each other, Superman and Batman. Like, you have like this dark scene where he kills somebody or destroys him, puts him like close to death, and then Superman's just looking like, oh my god, or something like that. That
I think it's more likely though
teams them together.
I think it's more likely that they're going to continue with this Elseworld stuff, especially though with the Clayface movie that's coming out.
Well, that's connected. That's confirmed connected.
I thought I heard exactly the opposite.
Let me look.
To Robert Pattinson too?
No, in the DCU.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm almost positive it's in the DCU. Yes, Clayface is part of the new DCU.
Interesting.
Will be within the DCU, not the separate Matt
yeah,
Reeves
but it's
Batman
not directly
universe.
part of Matt Reeves' Batman universe. I don't know. I don't think we have a good enough, like, kind of example, or we haven't seen enough to say that the Elseworld stuff doesn't work. Like, this clearly. Like,
no,
we've only had the Batman and the
my thing is,
both of those are critically very.
Isn't it fair
I think the Elseworld stuff works. I don't think it will work well. I don't think it bodes well for the Batman movie in the DCU.
I think at this point though, that James Gunn leaving the Batman and Matt Reeves to do kind of F off and do whatever he wants. I think they're hedging their bets because like if they would do their own Batman or bring in their own Batman,
but they are doing that.
Yeah, I'm saying when they are rather. Okay. And it does shitty and they hate it. Then it's just you're kind of pleasing both groups then.
But then
isn't that kind of DC's problem though? Is that they're just like, if something actually works and it's well received, they're like, we're gonna try something else.
Let's do something else.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think it's a bad.
I don't get it. They literally did it with Suicide Squad. They were like, okay, this is terrible. We'll try it again immediately.
Kind of insane though, that they did it so quickly.
Yeah. But I think if you think about the hype that was like, people were really excited for that first Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah,
so
it
I
was
think
such a letdown.
Yeah,
they knew
I think that's
one of the few movies I've fallen asleep in.
Yeah, it's crazy. I have one more if you guys would like to get into it, or we can talk about what you're watching.
We need to decide if we're doing 20 questions.
Oh, we're absolutely doing 20
Okay, then I think we skip that one.
Cool.
And we get into what we're watching. I'll start because I didn't watch very much. I went camping this week. It was the 4th of July. I watched Ozark. I am nearing the end of season 3. This is a rewatch for me. It's phenomenal. And this may be the first start to finish that I've done. Because I guess I did rewatch the first 3 before season 4 came out, part 1 and 2. But it's a lot more cohesive now. There's not that big gap in between.
Yep.
Especially between the 2 parts. Man, I love this show. In many ways, I think it is a better version of Breaking Bad.
Oh, I would agree. Ozark is phenomenal. I just think, Marty Bird, that character is just so hard to root against. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like you listen to the podcast.
Yeah, we talked Transformers last week. Michael Bay coming back, yada yada, whatever.
The Baster.
Dude, I watched Transformers 2007, and it only solidified my feelings that I talked last week. I want more Shia LaBeouf. I remember when those movies were coming out, and it was like, I want less people. I want more Transformers, which is true. I still want that. But I think when there are people and we have to have a person involved, a human involved, I want it to be Sam Witwicky. I want it to be Shia LaBeouf.
I think there's a scene in Transformers 3 when he's like, his car won't start, so he just goes out in front and starts kicking it.
Yeah.
God, he just said...
He kicks a lot. He kicks Bumblebee in the first one.
Yeah. It's just so good.
When Megan Fox or Michaela is walking away and then he kicks the other one. He's like, it's an antique. You just got to do it like that. Or something like that.
Yeah, it's so good.
His physical comedy, it carries a lot of this.
Peak.
There's also, I can't remember if it was in Revenge of the Fallen or if it was in the third one, but he gets thrown on like a highway out of Bumblebee, and then Bumblebee like half transforms and like kicks a bunch of stuff out of the way, and then he like catches him again and then retransforms into a car.
Still screaming.
And then he's like, ah! All right, let's go.
No, it's great. Yeah, man, I just have fond feelings of seeing that movie.
At this point, it's pure nostalgia. There's a lot wrong with these movies, but I just love them. I think in the same way that you like Pacific Rim, there's a lot of things that are wrong with those. It's just so much fun. It's truly a fun movie for me.
Yep.
And I just can't get over how freaking well the CGI holds up. It is
arguably better than what we get now. I mean,
no, I totally agree.
You
can compare the Rise of the Beast stuff to the first one. The first one almost always, there's a few scenes.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene out in the desert where it's like the little scorpion droid that like after the base gets bombed or gets destroyed by I can't think of his name, grid wave or something like that. Anyway,
Shockwave?
No, but yeah, he ends up like finding Josh Duhamel and Tyrese Gibson, and they're shooting at him, and it looks like it's pretty bad.
I just remember that story of like the first time they tried to render. I don't know what Decepticon it was, but it was the one that like combined 4 or 5.
Oh,
and it was trying to break that pyramid.
Oh man, it's
I can't think of its name. Anyways, but there's so many moving parts in that specific transformer that it blew up the computer they were rendering it on. That's just a pretty cool little aside.
Like demo something.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know. Anyways, hey, so last week I watched Squid Game Season 3. Because of it, I went back and watched Squid Game Season 2 because I just wanted some more in my life. I love that series. It's great. I watched Blade Runner 2049. It's good. Is it perfect? No. Is it good? Yes. Devastator. There it is. I finished Stranger Things Season 3 on my rewatch. I am now firmly in Season 4. I watched one episode of What If just because I saw a TikTok and thought it was like, hey, I want to go back and watch that Ultron episode. That was cool. Mm-hmm. Obviously watched Jurassic Park Rebirth, and then I watched half of John Wick Ballerina.
Oh, me too.
Except
mine was in the movie theater and I fell asleep.
Yeah. Hey, for the half that I've seen, I told him, I think it's good, man. I'm sorry. I know that we're on the different sides of this coin here, but I love that shit. I'm good with it.
For people who like that stuff, I think it's a great movie.
See, for that reason, I want to do it now before I get actually mad later. I would like to squash our beef from earlier. Okay. I think it just truly comes down to an opinion thing. And you are entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to mine. So I'd like to on the pod handshake and apologize for freaking out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
although right. I don't believe it unless you guys kiss.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Nope.
And on camera.
I've been waiting to do that. Okay. I finally got an excuse to give a
He did not kiss me. Audio only listeners, he did not kiss me.
All right. Anyways, that was fucking dumb.
All right. So I watched Jurassic Park Rebirth, obviously. Watched F1.
What'd you think?
I thought it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Man, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
we both really liked it.
Yeah, no, I really liked it.
I was about to throw my chair if you did not.
No,
you just shook hands. It's over.
I liked it a lot, actually. I watched the first 3 episodes of Ironheart. I don't think it's great, but I'm gonna finish it out just to see.
I am shocked that you said that.
No, I don't think it's great.
I think it's fucking dog shit.
I don't think it's great, but I've heard the ending is good.
Did you finish it yet?
Yeah, I finished it.
Oh, okay.
I heard the ending.
After I finished, I changed. So I was kind of I was with you, Lou. I thought it was like fucking atrocious. I think I'm back to like it's just aggressively not good. It's not really really bad. Because there's some cool stuff at the end, and I'm curious to see what you.
Yeah, I'll finish it up for
I
next
mean,
week.
just what makes me mad is you said that it's a really bad TV show with a cherry on top or something, I think.
Yeah.
What a way to waste a cherry. You know what I mean?
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Whatever.
And then finally, I have been watching. So my wife got me into this, and now I am fully on the train. I've been watching Love Island. It's a reality show where they like couple up and things. I am fully on Team Brian and Amaya, and they're going down to their final 3 couples tonight.
Is this a show where they like actually do it? Like they boink on the.
There has been some couples that have boinked,
Okay.
and the couple that I enjoy are now going to, I forget what it's called, but they got picked to go there or whatever, so there will be boinking. But
Okay.
I'm fully on their train. She's the only one who came for love because everyone else has handlers and things dealing with
Coming
their
for
Instagrams,
cash.
and yeah, she doesn't have any, and she's gained over 2 million followers
Wow.
because everyone loves her. And take Team Brian and Amaya to the end.
So okay, this doesn't come as a surprise to me at all. And
Okay.
honestly, I hate that I'm kind of interested in it because you've I've kind of fallen off a little bit, but you're still fully on board. I'm a pretty big Brother fan.
That comes out next week.
Does it really?
Yeah, so that'll be my next thing.
I remember like in high school and just after, I was super into.
I love Big
super
Brother.
into
dude.
Big Brother.
Love
It
it.
kind of makes me want to go back. Like
Starts next week.
Maylee and I need a show to get into,
Yeah.
like together, and I think that could
3
be
episodes a week.
Yeah,
Sunday,
it's-
Thursday,
It's
and
crazy.
Monday?
I might just be. I think what I did before, I recorded them and then binged them.
okay.
So
I like watching them live. I almost think that. I mean, it's
I do like the live
event
voting.
stuff.
Like the
you know?
voting
Yeah,
stuff is
yeah.
cool. Yeah,
And they have voting
yeah.
on Love Island too, so
Do they
it's kind of
still
like my
have
off season.
Something the
Julie Chen.
Julie Chen.
Julie
she's-
Chen Moonves. Yes.
Oh, dude, she's
on.
great. She's honestly one of the best parts of the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, reality television.
Dude,
It's
I don't know what
it's
it
a
is about
rabbit hole,
CBS,
dude.
but CBS kills it with reality TV.
Truly. I mean, because we didn't even mention Survivor, Amazing
That's what I was
Race,
just going to say. Survivor, dude, Survivor. Melee has gotten me fully on board with Amazing Race. I haven't really cared for these last 2 seasons. Just the last 2 seasons have had a lot of really unlikable people.
Yeah, you got to go. I'm excited for Big Brother though.
Yeah, dude.
I am totally out of my element there. I don't watch any of it, and
You
I
need to give
think
it a
it
shot.
is signifying the downfall of human society.
Well, it's been downfalling for like 20 years.
I don't like it. It's bad.
Anyway,
yeah.
You might as well just
That's-
watch the
that's it, 'cause I was
Kardashians.
on
I mean,
vacation,
fucking Christ.
let's go ahead and get into.
I actually have the movie this week. Can we? Can we?
What the
Wait. Okay, so
hell?
I have a question. Okay, so for audio listeners, there's gonna be a bit of a jump here while I do some explaining and whatnot. But do you think that we record if we do this? Maybe get people
do that first.
20
Yeah,
questions.
We could do
No,
a
no, no,
couple
no.
of games.
No, no,
Yeah,
I'm saying
20 questions online.
online.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, okay.
So we can do
so
a
here-
couple then.
You got the movie?
I got the
So it's you
movie.
and I. Wow.
Yep,
look at
and
us.
I got another movie.
Let's
too,
go.
So you're
Okay.
getting a bonus episode today.
I'm gonna just as you write questions or ask questions, I'm gonna just keep track of them this way.
Okay. Here we go.
What does it look like? Does it look good?
Yeah. it doesn't look too
Wow,
bad.
dude, we are fucking killing the game.
Yeah. All right. Here we
You
go.
were doubting us, dude.
I was kind of doubting you guys. Also, I don't know if we have like chat pulled up, but I assume you can look at it as it's coming in.
Yep, I got it up.
Cool. All right.
20
let's kick it off. 20 questions. Let's go.
All right, Zach, this is your first time.
My first time doing this. It feels great being on the side. I'm actually a little bit,
Slow dance chub.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Feels good. I shouldn't get
enough.
up.
All right, so I'm curious to see you on the other side of this too. Well, I guess I had done it once as well. So okay, well, I'll go ahead.
Since 2010.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I think you just keep rolling with that.
Oh, since 2020.
No.
Okay.
10-year gap. That's not bad. Okay. Okay.
Let's
okay.
get it down to 5. Don't you think?
Yeah. Go ahead.
2015 up to 2020.
No.
Okay. 2010
2010
to
to
15.
2015.
Okay.
Oh, it's
okay.
probably one of his comedies.
Is this
that I
part
just-
of a franchise?
Give me 1 second to clarify.
Okay.
Is this shit not gonna come up?
Be the one.
Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. When I walked out, my phone
Well, I think
stopped.
when we asked, so when I've asked this in the past, you've said anything like, so if it's like Legos and there's one Lego movie or the Barbie movie would technically be considered a franchise. because it's part of some bigger conglomerate, right?
The answer is no.
Okay.
Okay, so no to that is interesting. Let's see. Live action.
Yes.
Live action 2015 to
Immediately, my head goes to like a comedy film that there's like a secondary character that might have the same name or something. You know, like kind of like what we talked about with The Office.
No, I
Like,
totally agree.
So
Yeah.
that's where my head goes. Is like
A little,
something like that.
a little beginning, middle, and end.
Is this a
A
comedy?
little, no.
Okay.
Not a comedy. 5-year gap is 15 to 20. Live action.
6.
Okay.
Okay. So
I think we
14
got to nail.
questions left.
I think we got to nail down.
So we know the movies within 2010 to 2015. It's a comedy, or it's not a comedy. It's live action, but it's not part of a franchise. So that's what we got so far. So, what if let's try to narrow down the genre. I think.
Yeah, I agree. Is it an action movie?
I'm going to pull up IMDb real fast to make
Oh,
sure.
how do you not know this information prior?
Also,
I'm looking to see what it says.
Oh
No.
my-
While we're looking, welcome in Rodrigo. If you got any questions for us or anything, let us know. We'll be happy
Rodrigo.
to stop and answer it. So
What up, S.
Okay.
Clark, Landon, Paul, Mason? Welcome. If you guys have any, give us your guesses in the chat. Give us your guesses.
But okay, so
The answer is no. It is not a. What did you ask again?
Action movie.
No.
Not an action film. Okay.
So what are we thinking? Like a drama, probably. It seems like out of Zach's kind of element. I thought for sure it'd be either a comedy or an action movie.
Yeah.
What else does he watch?
I only watch bad things, apparently. So,
True.
Yikes.
I mean, but it is what it is. What about something like?
I could give you one small little tidbit here.
Yeah. Okay.
There might be some action elements.
Okay.
But
But
it's
that's
not
not
a
like
classic
Oh,
action
so
movie.
you're pulling a lance. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
What if
with
we?
the word
Just so I
elements.
don't later get like, what?
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
What if we go like a?
Which definitely does happen.
Is there like a sci-fi or because I'm thinking of what matches with action well, like it's a
Not with
sci-fi
the
or
franchise thing is throwing me off. Like he said, it's not. I was positive he was going to go franchise movie.
The way I picked this is Chat GPT knows me very well, and I said, give me a movie recently that I've definitely watched, and you know that I like, and it pulled this one. And I said, fuck yeah, I like
There's
that.
a lot of hints. That's helpful. Okay. What about? I think we need to narrow down the genre still.
Okay, no, I agree.
To me,
I mean, like, do we ask? Is it a fantasy movie?
maybe if we ask 3, is it sci-fi, fantasy, or something else?
kind
and
of
then
group it up and
narrow
then we
down
can narrow.
from
Okay,
there.
I'm good with whatever you ask.
Is it sci-fi, fantasy, or thriller?
Yes.
Is it? I think it's the last one, just based on his action. I know it's kind of cheating, but 8. So we're 8 questions down. Do we ask thriller?
Go ahead.
Thriller.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
context clues, Zach.
9. So we're at 9. Okay. Got a thriller movie from 2010 to 2015. What comes to mind for you? And guys that are joining in the chat, be sure if you have any questions or would like to know anything.
Yes,
We
help
are-
us narrow it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Narrow
we're
us
playing,
down.
we're
or
playing
we're
20
welcome to.
questions. I picked a movie. They get to ask 20 questions. They have to try to guess what it is.
And if you have
What are we at,
movie,
9?
questions outside,
Yeah, you
that
guys
for
are.
movies, television, we'll stop.
This will be your
Answer
10th
anything
question.
you got. So,
Okay.
I just don't. Like the only thing that's even coming to mind is like a movie like Split, but that's too late or that's too early for that.
20 was split like post 2016.
2016 or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't even know what it would. What if let's go to distributor next,
Distributor.
or like
Like
company.
production
Yeah,
company,
yeah.
maybe? Okay.
I have to even look that up.
I just want to know if it's like a big 3, like a Disney, a Universal,
Yeah.
or a.
I'm okay with you asking if it's Disney.
Let's do 2, Disney, Universal. Add them together, and then we can split them.
Okay.
Is this a Disney or Universal property? And remember, Fox would be considered Disney. Yeah.
No.
Okay. So.
I
What if
almost
you
wonder
just-
if it's like midsummer, like A24.
I think that's too late though for that.
I don't remember.
I
What
think you
Midsommar
pronounced
came
that
out.
wrong, by the way.
Midsommar.
Yeah, it's Midsommar.
Nah,
Technically.
I'm never gonna say it like that. And
The only reason I said that is because I know Lance is right here and he was dying inside.
Midsommar.
Thank you for the correction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was 2019, so you're totally right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What if we go? Let's keep going distributor though.
Okay.
I like
That's fine.
A24, Lionsgate. Can you think of a third? If not,
I don't know if I like the batch ones for this.
well,
I'm
but
fine
I
with
think
doing A20. Okay, fine. Do A24 and yeah, Lionsgate's good.
A24 or Lionsgate.
Yes.
It's got to be A24.
Let's ask. Let's clarify.
Go ahead.
One more time. A24.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So
This
it's
is early. This is early
A24.
A24. I can't even think. Like, what did they make that early? How many guesses are we
I
at?
was thinking good.
And-
I was thinking good time.
Good time. Okay.
I'm gonna look that up just because it's just for
Yeah.
generic.
You are at 12 questions.
And for those of you that are in here, just if you have any questions, we're playing 20 questions right now. But if you have any movie or TV related questions that you want to know, just
Wait, it's 15.
ask us and we'll
would you
be sure
like
to answer.
the hint?
No,
Since you're
no,
at
no,
13?
no. I want. We're at how many?
This will be your 13th question.
Okay, it's 2017, A24 film. I want to ask. It's considered a thriller. I think it's good time. I'm going to ask if Robert Pattinson's in
Ask if the movie's a good time.
the movie.
Yeah, ask.
Wait,
Robert.
okay. I'll ask. Is this directed by a Safdie?
No. Wait, Safdie? What do you mean, Safdie?
I think. Yeah, directors
Clarify
are
what you
Benny
meant by that.
Safdie and Josh Safdie.
No.
Okay,
I was wondering if that was like a award they
a
got or
Safdie
something.
brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse
okay.
me.
No.
Okay, all right. Not a Safdie brother.
Jacob,
A24.
Good Time is from 2017.
We just said it's 2015 to 2020, right?
Oh, it's 2010 to 2015.
Oh,
We got to
shit.
go earlier than that.
Damn.
Yeah. As soon as you
My
said
bad.
that, I was like, ooh.
Oh, my bad.
I can't even think of anything that early from that.
It's hard, isn't it?
Like
This
I
is a
just-
hard game.
Yeah, I just genuinely can't think of anything from.
Did you guys know there's been a lot of movies that have been made?
Oh, yeah.
It's 2010 to 2015.
Yes. That wasn't a question, right?
No.
No, I'm
Clarify?
getting.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's A24, which means we're probably looking at
A24 early ones would be it'd be like Ex Machina.
Oh, is that
Oh, dude.
that's
Ask if,
Thriller?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ask if there's robots.
Is there robots in this movie?
Yes.
Oh, dude. We're right here. This might be one of the easiest ones ever.
Wow, nice catch.
It's a nice pull.
I actually didn't realize that was A24.
Yeah. No. It's like it's one of their ones that got them big.
Yeah.
I want to say, let's go. Is Oscar Isaac in this movie?
Yes.
All right.
I pulled it out of my butt crack, so I'm going.
Nice job.
Zach, is the movie Ex Machina?
Yes.
Aha!
All right. Great. All right, now I've got a banger for you guys.
I
as
thought you
well.
guys were gonna go like really deep into the thriller thing, and so if I was gonna give you guys a hint, it would have been I would say go less thriller.
Yeah, it's more
It's more sci-fi than anything.
sci-fi, and okay.
Dude, at
Yeah.
the end of Ex Machina, though, it gets real thrillery, especially when she's breaking out.
Kind of. I mean,
No,
I
whenever,
love the scene where like he's like banging on the door, and she's just like,
yeah, fuck you.
He's-
yeah, and she like stabs him really slow with a knife.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
crazy.
just a reminder, before we get our next movie going.
Wait. Okay, I have an idea here. So
Okay.
he can't see it at all, and I can, and you can. One of us needs to not look. Is this gonna? Here,
I'll look.
Here, you. We'll do your movie.
Oh, yeah.
I would like you guys in the chat to give us some movie suggestions for the next one. Give me mine. I need
Yeah.
one more. I need a movie.
Yep.
Go ahead and
I'll try
drop
not to look.
the next movie suggestions in the chat.
I'm gonna
and
go
that
to it.
whatever you guys say, that'll be the first. Whatever the first one shows up, that's what we'll choose.
Okay, but we're going with one more before that. So, all right, here we go.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask if it's live action first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it live action?
It is live action, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we need to. We'll go year.
Time frame?
Yep, time frame.
Do you want to say before or after 2010?
I think we use 2000 as a middle point and then go from there.
Do you want to say 2000
Is it
and newer or 2000 to 2010?
is it after 2000?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here.
Do we want to try to narrow this down even further?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it
I want to go,
2010 and after, maybe?
yeah. Was it released after 2010?
Yes.
Okay. Keep going. Was it released after 2015?
Yes.
Okay. Shit. We're cooking questions here. What are we on, 4?
4.
Damn.
4 down.
So it's live action. Does the movie primarily take place on? Does it take place on Earth?
Yes. Five down.
Okay.
Do you want to go franchise or series?
Yeah.
Is this part of a franchise?
It is not.
Not part of a franchise. This is after
Well,
2015.
hold on.
God
Hold on.
damn.
I got to confirm now.
That's what I did because I was like, I feel like there's a comic book or something for Ex Machina. That was a poll. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually think this is part of a franchise.
Okay.
Sorry. This is part of a franchise, though.
All right. Live action released after 2015 takes place on Earth and it's part of a franchise. I'm not going to say traditional franchise because you had to look it up. So there's not. I don't think there's like sequels or
maybe
anything.
like a remake or something.
Maybe it was like, was this based off of a book?
Yeah, adaptation. Ask if it's a.
Yeah, I want to say based off a book.
That's good.
Is this movie based off of a book?
No.
Okay.
7 down.
Okay. See, then like with the loose ones like that, though, it could be like some obscure one-off comic. You know, if it's part of some sort of like that. The franchise one gets us every week because we never know. To like really narrow down the definition of franchise is kind of difficult.
Do you want to try to nail down the genre?
Yes.
Do you want to go action, thriller, or horror?
Is that what you want to do?
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was this movie action, thriller, or horror?
Let me check and see what's clarified here. I would say at least action elements. Yes.
Okay.
So then probably drama. Technically.
What an insane segue.
That is just wild. Like you haven't narrowed down any of the ones we normally do. And then there's the drama.
Yeah, I guess what's definitely a drama.
Well, he says action elements. I mean, there's a fight or something that happens in there.
Yeah, but you said action elements, and it was a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah, because she stabs and kills a guy.
You do love
Right, but I'm
rom-coms.
just saying there's such a wide variety, but it was immediately drama.
He's a sucker for rom-coms, so...
I do love a good com of roms.
Okay. Gom of Roms.
hated every second of that.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
Sci-fi? Wait, we haven't done like sci-fi.
Yeah.
Ask sci-fi.
Are there sci-fi elements?
Yes.
Okay.
Why did you say it like that?
9 down.
Okay, sorry. Can I rephrase the question?
No.
Okay. Well,
I didn't like that. Can I unlike it?
okay. Do you want to ask if the movie is more than one word title?
Yeah, I like doing those ones.
Yeah. Is it more than a one word title?
It is not.
It's a one word
Ooh.
title.
What's our
movie.
frame here?
10 down.
After 2015.
Oh, we need to narrow that more. Big
Yeah.
time. Is
Was
it
it-
after 2020?
No.
Okay, 2015.
2015 to 2020.
It
11
is-
questions down.
We need to go genre then. We need to really narrow the genre.
He just watched F1. Could it be called, is it Rush? Like a racing movie?
When did that come out? Like 20. Rush was like 20.
Can I look that up real fast?
Yeah.
2013, just kidding.
Yeah.
It's also not sci-fi. Is it?
No.
I don't think so.
I guess that's
He
true.
loves to just abandon our questions.
Yeah, I
He
do.
asks the most insane
Hey,
insane
all right.
things.
Fuck you guys. Live action, released after 2015.
And for those of you guys that
before
are in
2020.
here, if you have any questions or put down your movie you want to see us guess next.
Yes, Inky Stone, give us the next movie in the chat.
But
Barry Mona,
give us a
Wart
follow
T,
as we
Nico
play
Nema.
20 questions here.
Give us
We're
an
11
example here.
questions in. They know it's a sci-fi movie between 2015 and 2020. That is technically a franchise based on that it is a part of something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a strictly movie-only franchise.
He did just call it a sci-fi movie, by the way.
You asked, does it have sci-fi elements?
He said it's a sci-fi movie.
Sorry, sci-fi and action elements in the movie.
Thanks, chat.
There we go.
Give us your movie guesses, chat.
Did you get one?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you got a movie suggestion, so I wasn't.
No, they helped us. You gave us the the sci-fi hint there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
I don't
11 questions in, 9 to go.
is
Yeah, you asked the next one. I asked the last
I
4.
know. Well, I've been telling you what to ask too. Man, this is a tough one because I that's like a specific gap that I don't really know that well.
Sci-fi movie between 2015 and 2020. What are you doing?
I would say an action.
Oh, you're liking the
sci-fi.
fuck out of it?
Yeah.
He's just clicking his phone. There's just hearts everywhere.
Trying to
600.
trying to boost the ratings.
What
you're
up,
out
Goofy
there-
Goober?
if you're
I'm
out
trying to think
there,
of sci-fi
like
movies
us,
with one-word
subscribe.
titles. I mean, that's going to be our bread and butter, right?
Joseph, give us
Okay.
the next movie.
Let's not be desperate. Here we go.
Man, I don't know. This one's a tough one.
One-word title movies that are sci-fi.
One word title movies that are sci-fi.
And it's, I mean, realistically, part of a franchise of some kind. I mean, technically,
Do you guys want your lean?
Yeah.
Your hint?
Yeah, give it to us.
I would figure out how this is a franchise. I think that'll give you a
so it's
lot
not
of
based
what
off a
you're looking for.
book. Did we decide whether a comic book is a book?
Comic book was considered different than a book normally.
Okay. That's fair. Do you want to ask if it was based off a comic book?
Yeah, that's fine.
And when I say comic book, I also mean like graphic novel.
Yep, it is still not. No.
Neither of those things?
Yeah, those things.
Oh, okay. Let's. Wait, how many are we at?
12?
Did this movie? Was this a Netflix movie?
No.
Okay.
13. That is another way it could possibly help you, but I didn't know this movie came from this.
Said it
place.
wasn't a Netflix movie?
No. It was not.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay, this is a really specific question. Is the lead actor one of the core Avengers team
He is
from the
not.
MCU? Okay.
Who are you thinking that one Chris
Yeah, I was
Chris
thinking,
Evans movie?
The Tomorrow War?
Extraction.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
were
But that's a Netflix one anyway.
I was
But
thinking
that kind of gave
Tomorrow
me
War
the
is
idea.
Amazon Prime. Or yours is
I know I said extraction. Yeah, that's what I was
I
thinking.
thought you were thinking Tomorrow War.
No, and that's also 2 words.
And he's not core Avenger.
And he's
just an
also
Avenger.
just not. Is he at this point?
Like borderline, I guess.
Yeah, he's a guardian. You moron.
Okay, well, Chris Evans is dead, so.
Oh, you said Chris Evans. I was
Cap's not dead.
Chris.
Who's the.
No, Extraction is Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Oh, he's alive.
I was thinking about the one with Chris Evans on the Snowpiercer.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
That's a good one. I do like that movie.
it's a good movie.
Everyone likes Snowpiercer.
It's
Everyone.
delicious.
Fuck.
You got to eat a lot of bugs in that movie. Man, this is a.
Do you want to see if the lead character's male?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is the lead character a male?
Yes.
Okay.
14 down.
All right. So yes,
Dude's probably in space. Wait, does it take place on Earth? Did we ask that?
yes,
And it does.
yes.
One word title.
You still have not narrowed down the franchise, which I think is the way to go.
Okay.
Probably. To me.
Okay. So not a comic book. Was it? It's a movie based off of a TV show. I feel like you would have known that way easier.
Is it? Wait, I think we need to ask if it's an adaptation. And then if he says yes, then we can assume comic book or a TV show. Is it?
You already guessed comic book, by the way.
Yeah, I have a book.
You already guessed book.
You guessed both of those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He said it's not either of those things.
God.
Do you want your last hint?
Okay.
Okay. You're forgetting another form of media that we just had in one of these that it came from that you never got to. That completely
Power
was
Rangers, right? It was like a cartoon or something, essentially.
Is that they can't? Is that what you mean? Like
No, that's not the one.
no,
I was referring
not
to.
specifically. I'm saying like in a past game.
Yes, in a past
Oh.
game, we talked about that it can come from this, but you guys didn't think of it and missed the movie because you never even got to that sort of thing.
What if it was based off of
A television show, I thought, wasn't it? Because it
Video-
was El Camino.
Earlier than that, or more recent than that. Like last game we played.
Borderlands video game.
Wait,
It's a
wait.
video
What did
game.
you say to the main character is a male, right?
Yes. Man, I'm just
What
force
if
feeding you.
what if this was based off of a video game? Because then we could go like Hitman. There's one that came out between then, right?
I'm trying to think.
Josh Duhamel
Our
was in it, wasn't he?
gap is 15 to 20, right?
15 to 20?
Okay. How many do we have left?
You have 5 left.
I want to say like Warcraft. Because I just looked it up and it came out in 2016.
1 second.
That's immediately what I thought when I heard video game adaptation. Because there's been very few. It's either that or like
Can we ask if it was based off of a video game?
I think that at this point we can just
We have to ask. Do you want to assume?
yeah.
Okay. Then do you want to ask about Travis Fimmel is for sure the lead. Dominic Cooper's in it. Ben Foster.
Oh, Travis Fimmel was at the Vikings guy.
Yeah, he's and doing Lothar.
Ragnar?
As an orc horde, dark fantasy epic, action adventure.
Oh, in
fantasy.
the movie he is. Okay, I got you. I thought you meant in Vikings.
Yeah, in the movie. Do you want to ask if Travis Fimmel was in it?
No, I want to ask like a vaguer.
Do you want to ask if this was considered dark fantasy?
Sure.
Is this movie considered
Just say fantasy.
fantasy?
No, I don't think you'd consider it a fantasy movie.
So it's not Warcraft.
16 down.
I could just ask the video game then.
Is it based off of a video game?
Yes.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
It looks like it might be another one for the good guys.
So the only Hitman movie that came out there's one that came out in 2015, but it was called Hitman Agent 47. There's Warcraft that came
words, no? Or is Hitman one?
out. Hitman is one word, but Hitman Agent 47 is definitely not one word. Video game movies between 2015 and 2020. What is Chad saying? Anything?
Nope.
Chad is not saying anything? Chad,
Nope.
you're real quiet.
Wait. The Monkey movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm gonna look up when Rampage came out.
Okay.
2018. Is there a giant monkey in this movie? Is there a giant ape?
Let me look.
Okay, I didn't know it. Nah, this is a misdirect, dude. He's gonna say yes.
I like Rampage, though.
Yes.
It's gotta be Rampage. It's gotta be Rampage. Is Dwayne The Rock Johnson in this movie?
Let me look.
He is. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Yes, he is.
All right.
Is the movie Rampage?
Yes.
Yeah!
Hey,
dude, I'm
two-
2 for 2!
2 in a row? Oh, my God.
Well
This guy.
executed. That was late in the
To
game.
be fair, though, I
too.
feel
That
like
was
he
huge.
picked that because he knows I don't like The Rock, and I
Yeah,
haven't
I
seen
went.
this.
I went for your weak spot.
Yeah, I
You guys
haven't
want another
seen
one from me?
Rampage.
No, I want to do
Or
it.
you want to do it?
Chat has not given us one. Chat, if you're listening, they're all gone.
They're all gone.
We had 9 viewers at one point.
And they all went away.
Well, they
No
all probably.
followers.
Steph, give us a movie right now. Give us a movie in the chat, right? A movie for 20 questions. You're gone.
They probably
Piece of
saw.
shit.
They probably saw your original title with the little kissy faces, and they left immediately.
Okay. Wanda, give us a movie. She's gone. I'll come up with one.
Tap to watch live.
At the very least, I think it looks good. Sparky, give us a movie in chat right now. Give us a movie. I need a movie for my 20 questions.
All right,
They're
just
going to
pick a
guess.
dang
Sparky,
movie.
come on. You can do it, Sparky.
You need me to throw out a movie? I've got.
No, Sparky's going to give us one. Sparky, in the chat right now, give us a movie.
I feel it coming.
Come on, Sparky, please. No, he's gone.
All right, I got a movie.
No, Sparky's in here.
Is he?
I don't know.
He came back after it just told me that I can buy coins from tiktok.com/coin.
That's what he said?
No, but it would be hilarious if that's what Sparky said.
All right, I've
that's so
actually
funny.
got a good one.
No, I
do.
want to do it.
Then pick a movie. I've got a good one.
Sparky,
If
give
we're
us
ready.
50 coins, and Lance will get next stream will be kiddie pool stream. We're going for it.
What? No, it will not.
Lance will get in a kiddie pool.
No, I will not.
50 coins.
Okay, I got it. I'm ready.
Is this movie live action?
Yes.
Lance?
Oh, it's me doing the movie?
I'm
Yeah,
doing it.
you're doing the movie.
It's a live action movie.
Yep. 2010 or newer. You want to narrow it down all the way?
2020 or newer.
Was it released after 2020 or 2020?
Okay, so it's right on the line of 2020. That's good. Good timing.
It was before 2020.
Released before. So 2010 to
I
2020.
think it's late 2020 probably. Like super late. So I'm thinking like 2019. Right? You wouldn't have that reaction unless it's right on 2019. So
Do you have it pulled up right in front of you? What does it say? Released? I mean, it says a release time. Okay.
It
All
does.
So released before 2020.
So like what's going on right as COVID's hitting? We're college basketball games are just drowning among us. What's out? What's the big movie out? What came out in 2019?
Sparky's back.
Like December of 2019. What are we looking at? Was there a Star Wars movie?
One of the
December
Godzilla
2019?
movies, wasn't it?
Godzilla was 2014.
No, one of them. Like a MonsterVerse movie, he's saying.
Well, Godzilla was the first of those.
Yeah, but we're in 2019, buddy. We're not dumb.
We
We're in
are?
yeah,
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to ask? Let's just
Godzilla King.
ask.
I'm saying Godzilla King of Monsters came out in 2019.
Did this come out in 2019?
No.
Oh,
No?
dang.
Yeah, you're just full. You just picked up on. I don't know what you picked up on, but you just ran with it.
Okay, so 2010 to 2018. Did this come out after 2015 or 2015 or after?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in a four year gap.
How many?
That's one better
Dude,
than
that's.
normal.
I think you
That's-
asked 5 questions.
That's
Yeah,
4
5
questions.
questions.
That's 4 questions.
Oh, okay.
Live action. It was between 2020 and 2010. Not released in 2019, and it was released in 2015 to 2020. Somewhere in that area.
2015 to 2018. We have that
2018.
narrowed down. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, do we wanna go-
Give Chad a recap on what you have so far?
All right, we're playing 20 questions. Jacob here has picked a movie. So far, we've asked 4 questions. We've determined that it is a live-action movie. It was released between 2015 and 2018, and it was definitely not released in 2019.
Mohammed, give us your guess. Mohammed, what do you think? What movie is it?
He is typing in the chat.
You have 16 more questions. Well, 15 in a guess. Love that man's voice. I got a great voice. Thank you, L.
Do we want to go with L stands for loser.
What up, Jamie? Mohammed, you're number 1 here.
L for loser. Hey,
He's giving me 3 coins. Thank you, Mohammed.
wow, dropped some coinage on us.
Yeah,
Take
you
your
give us 3.
Take your shirt off.
Mohammed, do you have a question you want us to ask?
Mohammed, any movie question, give us a discussion, or give us a movie.
Ask us any question
Ask
you
us
want.
any question.
Any question, we'll answer it right now with the correct.
What up, Super
Correct
Duper? Super Duper, give us a movie suggestion, or take a guess. He's gone.
He's gone.
Oh, Mohammed, fuck you.
Mohammed's gone.
He
He
gave
dropped
us 3 coins.
Hey, take your shirt off. He gave us 3 coins.
What up, Apple user and Mike? What movie do you think it is? Zach, break it down for him.
All right, we're playing 20 questions. So
What up,
far,
Inuit?
we have asked a handful of questions. Jacob has picked a movie. So far, we know that is a live-action movie. It is released between 2015 and 2018, and it for sure wasn't released in 2019.
Did you and I see this movie in theaters together?
Mm-mm. Inuit, what do you think it is?
Wow.
I don't know that Inuit would guess that. Oh, he's gone. Oh, I insulted him. What up, Potato Jones?
Potato Jones.
Okay, let's just
Keep it rolling. Yeah.
let's just play. The
All right,
game.
you have 15 questions left.
Because I would leave instantly if somebody started saying my name. I'd be like,
Oh,
I'm
Potato
getting the heck
Jones is
outta
the only.
here, dude.
What up, Potato? Yeah, he's gone.
Hey, wait.
What up, Mito?
It's okay, stop. What about, let's get genre. All right, this is obviously either sci-fi, fantasy, or action.
Is it? You're asking me? Is it in
Yeah.
those? Yes, it is one of those.
Wait, so sci-fi, action, or
Fantasy.
fantasy?
So you want to narrow it down more, probably?
I feel like sci-fi and fantasy can pretty much be the same.
I
thing.
know. I think
I
we
wouldn't
said
consider them the
they're
same.
different. Like fantasy's past, sci-fi.
I would say fantasy's more
future.
Lord of the Rings, sci-fi, Star Wars.
Okay, sci-fi.
No.
Fantasy.
No.
Oh, it's an action movie.
'Kay. Is the movie longer than one word, the title?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this movie received well?
I like it.
Give me Rotten
Okay.
Tomatoes. Is this movie received well?
Certified.
What's well?
Certified rotten.
Over,
Fresh?
yeah, certified fresh.
Okay, so not rotten.
Yes.
Okay, it's certified fresh.
Okay.
What a bougie.
Stop doing that. You have no idea the anger that hits in my soul every time you yell at somebody
Well,
as they come in.
you freaking guess the movie then.
I already know the movie.
What is it?
I don't want to tell you because we got 20 questions.
Well, you only have 13 left.
Okay.
Actually,
All right.
12, excuse me.
All right.
12
Let's
questions left.
let's get who made it. All right. I got a feeling this is either a Universal or Warner Bros. Picture. This just screams big budget.
Okay.
What do you think? You want to go with it?
Yeah, do it.
Universal or Warner Brothers?
I'm sorry. I should have had that ready.
I got the next question.
What was it? What were you? What was your question?
Is this a Universal or Warner Brothers picture?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is it Universal?
No.
Okay, so it's Warner Brothers.
Is this movie based off a true story?
No.
What? The only thing that's coming to mind to me.
You have 10
You
questions.
said it was Universal.
Actually, you have 9 questions left.
You said
the-
Universal.
Yeah, the movie
No, I said Warner Brothers. I should have let you roll with that.
that comes to mind was a movie I was really excited for, but I never actually watched because I heard it was bad. What about like Dark Tower? Is that?
Oh, Stephen King, yeah.
I don't think that was received very well.
It was kind of a bummer that it wasn't. I was excited for that.
I guess that's also probably sci-fi, isn't it?
Is that your question?
No, can I look? Are you gonna let me look that up?
Yeah,
movie
that's
up,
fine.
though?
If you had to ask me, I would. No, I'll just let you. That's fine.
You've seen that movie though, haven't you?
Dark Tower.
And it's not based off of a true story.
Oh, it's actually considered fantasy action. And it is a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. Man, that movie's bad, huh? I think that has a worse rating than Borderlands. And Borderlands is awful.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Borderlands is at... Oh, no. Borderlands is at 10.
I almost want to say something like Who made The Meg? It came out in 2018, action movie.
You can look that up if you
Jason Statham.
Is that not sci-fi though?
It's action
It's a giant shark, a megalodon. I would consider that.
sci-fi.
I will accept a clarifying question.
Would you so it doesn't count as a question?
Yeah.
Would you consider giant sharks as sci-fi?
Yes, because sci-fi stands for science fiction, and the Meg I would consider science.
Megalodons exist still. I'm sorry, but that's a real thing.
Still science, yeah. Science fiction isn't necessarily fake.
That's literally what fiction means.
Yeah,
boss.
yeah, but I would say, like, it's, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but not now.
Yeah, they are.
We
They've
don't
been
know.
tracking one for like fucking 20 years.
No, that's you've been watching too much
What
Shark
are
Week,
you,
dude.
dude?
I'm just telling
you're
you.
the kind of guy who
I'm
sits
just-
at home and watches like.
I'm just
them
telling you
search
right now,
for Bigfoot.
megalodons
for
are out
series
there.
at a time.
Okay, we've explored more of
All right,
space than we
let's
have
go.
of our own
Let's go,
our own
let's go,
ocean.
let's go.
All right, if you're gonna, okay, all right, sure. Is the main character a male?
Yeah. And then I think this will be the last one that we wrapped it up.
Okay.
We've asked 1, 2. How many questions are we at?
You're at 7.
We have 7 left.
You have 7 left.
Okay.
And I might be wrong.
About what?
Leaning more towards yours. I think it's less, but I'll give you 7.
Okay, I know the movie. It's
Okay.
clear to me.
Go ahead.
It's clear to me. I've
Let's hear
seen it in a vision. Did you see this movie in theaters?
No.
Yep, just as I suspected.
Just as I suspected. Do you have the movie still?
Nope. I didn't have a movie to begin with. I was hoping that sparked something for me.
Yeah, clearly didn't. Okay, you have 6, 5 and a guess.
I don't even know where to go with this.
Okay. It's live action, 2015 to 2018. He did not see it in theaters with Lance. Longer than one word title. It is an action movie. Certified fresh. Warner Brothers. Not based off a true story.
Sure.
The main character is a male.
Do you mind if we see if it's rated R?
If you want to, yeah, sure.
Is this rated R?
No.
Did we ever ask if it was part of a franchise?
I think we did.
You didn't.
You didn't? Is it part of a franchise?
Yes.
Wow.
In I'll give you a little bit of a hint here. In an adaptation way. You have 4 questions and a guess left.
You said it was not based on a true story?
It's got to be a book, right? This just feels like a book.
Are you asking me?
Oh.
No, but he said it wasn't based on a true story, I think.
You just assume all books are true stories.
It's you just scream book movie big guy.
Do I?
Is this a book?
No. Well, hold on. Let me clarify.
Okay,
that,
yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Confirmed. Not a true story. Confirmed. Not a book. You have 4 and a guess.
Really lost here.
You all right?
I can't figure it out.
I was gonna go War Dogs there for a second because I know that's Warner Brothers, but it's a true story
Yeah. And not part of our franchise.
and not part of a franchise. I do love that movie though, and it wasn't well received.
It's good. No, people don't really care for that.
No, I don't really get it.
I don't know what it could be.
All right. I'm going to need a guess.
Did we go with? I mean,
He likes Tom Cruise. Is there any stupid Tom Cruise movies that came out during that time?
we didn't. What were there any DC movies that came out right then?
Well, he said it's not. He said it's in the overarching, not necessarily a movie. franchise.
Gonna need a guess.
I don't. What do you want us to say here? We got nothing.
Is it a superhero movie at all?
No.
No.
3 left. That would also be sci-fi.
Yeah.
Something's pulling me to either Tom Cruise or what's Jason Bourne's name?
Oh, the Bourne.
What's his name? Not the
Damon?
movie, but
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Or who else?
Wait.
Oh,
3
second.
3 questions and a guess.
I'm gonna look something up real fast.
3 questions and a guess.
When was The Man from U.N.C.L.E. released?
You're using ChatGPT, I think. You're
Kind of.
100% using ChatGPT.
Kind of.
You have quit. No, you've cheated.
that's the one. You hit a nerve, dude.
No, I know he's been typing this whole time. He put it in ChatGPT.
Now I've been making notes.
This does not count.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
That is the movie, but he has cheated fully. And he didn't even try and hide it. I could also see it on your glasses the whole time. You're in ChatGPT for over half of them. That doesn't count. I don't know. You're pumping your fist. It's a failure.
Let's fucking go.
Oh, yeah, randomly pulls the movie. Oh, wait. When did this come out? Yeah,
Hey.
fucking idiot.
Hey,
But anyways,
it's not about the destination. It's about the journey.